Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Yes. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday evening. Wait 1 second. 1 second. All right, all right. Let's get to it. Now we're going against all the big gun streamers. You all know that, right? So we're not. It's not like this is going to be a lot of people because we're a small channel. Just want to go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, what I have for you is basically I have a literally just trying to get everything sorted here for me. So I want to talk today about literally the contradictions on both parties. I'm just going to read them as I got them. And there's several. And I want to talk about why it's important to understand these contradictions in all aspects. And I told myself I wasn't going to cover this again, but you know what? I guess I'm just thick-headed. I guess. I don't know. But hey, appreciate you all being here. Carol, hello everyone. Miss Barney, how you doing? Barney says microwave cooking dinner. Hey, that sounds good about right now. April, welcome in, welcome in. Marty, I'm tired looking for the juice video that I spoke of earlier, and I cannot find it now. Maybe someone pulled it. Who knows? Never know. Someone could have pulled it. I mean, they're saying that's going around with YouTube. Barney, hey, dog in April. April, please hit the like and subscribe. It is free, everybody. We got to build this channel and get it to where we need it to be. Carol, hello. Oleg, hey, everyone. Listening for a bit. We'll be soon. Sounds good, Oleg. Thank you for being here. 2C, hi, DD, and everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Carolina Girl. Hello, hello. All right. Well, we can just go ahead and begin, and then we'll just go ahead and figure out as we go along. Simple as that. So let's talk about some of the contradictions that are mentioned and talked about, and let's just see where it takes us. Okay. Now, these are contradictions that are made on both ends. And I think it's important just to give you the information, you process it however you want. Okay. You gotta be able to decipher everything on your own. Because that's how it works on this channel. Everybody's opinion matters. Just remember, your opinions don't override facts. That's a big one. Your opinions do not, nor my opinions, do not override facts. If there is any facts, they don't override it. Saying that, let's get it. So the biggest contradiction we have in the Nolan Wells case, and this is going to be a good live, make no mistake. The biggest contradiction is, did Nolan stay with Katie or did he leave with his friends? That's the biggest number one, because that contradiction that we're hearing would be the answer. I mean, if you could just answer that one question, okay, this thing would be closed, right? It'd be closed in the sense of, did they or didn't they? Because majority hinges on this one big question. Was he on the boat? Did he go with his friends? Was he on a boat going back home that night of the 4th of July going into July 5th? Or was he on the island? And you would think it's such a typical and easy question to ask, right? And it really is. But then the answer becomes, well, who's telling the truth? Or who is not telling or telling untruths? So let's get with it. The biggest one, contradiction. Did Nolan stay with Katie or leave with friends? Okay. Now let's talk about what we have about that. But that's the biggest one question that everybody needs to know. Yes, let's get it, dog, laughing out loud. You got it, Barney. So here is how the conflict is put. The conflict. Friends account Lauren Hudson told Officer Tatum in an interview that Nolan was sitting with Katie when the boat was having problems. Okay. The boat was having problems. Along with that, according to Warren, the group repeatedly told Nolan to get on the boat, but Nolan chose to stay with Katie and said he would not, that he would find another ride back. That's their contention. Okay. Pam, welcome in. Doug, let me send you the link, Doug. There you go, Doug. I just sent you the link. Thank you, Pam, for always supporting the channel. I appreciate you. So that's what they're saying, that is what happened. That Nolan decided to make his own decision and say he was going to catch another boat back later because he wanted to go ahead and apparently speak and talk to this girl he met on the island. Okay. You got it, Doug. You got it. Katie's reporting account is that a person identifying herself as Katie, and we done know that the girl he was talking to was Katie McCormack. Katie McCormack. Okay. And she says Katie's relatives reportedly said Katie understood that Nolan was going back with his friends, and the Nancy Grace highlighted exactly this contradiction, saying the two accounts are mutually exclusive. Okay. This is the biggest contradiction, everybody. It is huge because this would answer and put a lot of things to rest, in all honesty. Nancy Grace, legal analyst John Mobley, pushed back on the idea that the accounts necessarily cannot coexist. You can't be on the boat and be on the island. It just doesn't work, right? You're either here or you're here. But you cannot be here on both places at one time. Even Houdini couldn't do that, right? Even Houdini could not do that. Let's be honest. So then the question becomes, he suggested Nolan could have stayed with Katie temporarily and later intended to return with a different group. Grace acknowledged that possibility, although she mentioned that someone's account still needed to be reconciled. Okay. So, in essence, I mean, you would think it's pretty simple to figure out, right? Hey, was Nolan with you when you guys went back? Nope. He said he was staying with Katie. He was going to talk with her some more and he'd catch a ride. Katie, did he stay with you? First, she said, literally herself, not her sister and mom, she said, I saw him on the boat. He said he had to go back with his friends. I saw him get on the boat. And literally, you know what this means, everybody. And I saw him get on the boat, okay? And then she said he started to walk towards the boat, got on the boat. Later, she said to her sister and her mom, I did see him on the boat, But he said he was going on the boat. He was walking towards the boat. I assumed he got on the boat, but he was not with me. I mean, that was the whole reason why supposedly Nolan was going to stay there, right? Because he was going to stay on, talk to Katie. Welcome in, Grayson. Welcome in. No, just hear the thing out. I understand, Grayson, where you stand. I already know where you stand. I'm saying this is just the accounts of the contradiction. Okay. So yeah, that being said, I don't think she had any. I don't either. I don't know if she did or not. I really don't know. And I don't know who had anything to do, or was it just an accident? But all I'm saying is that's the contradiction, right? And it would be simple just to say, well, gosh, didn't someone see him on the boat? But apparently all the witnesses had their head down, drinking their beers or whatever they choice of drink is, and no one was paying attention. So no one saw him either leave or stay as of yet. Whiskey, someone be lying, without a doubt, my friend, without a doubt. The unknown female issue initiated by the MDMR, okay, the Mississippi Department of Marine, stated, reportedly said that the friends told investigators that when they left Nolan was with an unknown female, okay? Investigators apparently believe he had chose to remain on the island and might have gotten a ride back with another boat. That makes sense. But Warren later publicly identified the girl as Katie and said the friends communicated with her after they returned. This is when the boat got back. And that raised the obviously question. If the friends knew who she was, why was she initially characterized to the investigator as an unknown female? You have to remember at the beginning of this, they said, the friends of Nolan said, they didn't know who Katie was. That Nolan was staying to talk to some girl. They did not know who she was. Welcome in, Doug. They did not.
Thank you, Doug.
And that Nolan didn't know who she was, but he wanted to talk to her because he kind of liked her, right? That's what they said. But it comes to find out that is what literally Warren had made a comment to. This was after they came back on the boat. The discrepancy of it is, however, they were saying that they didn't call it as proof that anyone lied without seeing the original interviews, knowing exactly. And we watched the interviews, guys. We know what the interviews were. We've seen them. We know, right? We know what they did, if they didn't go or they didn't go. But we watch what he said. We all know that. Whether or not it was accurate or not, we don't know that. I'm just giving you what they said. Devadal, how likely is it, in your opinion, for 20 plus people not aligned with gangs or organized crime to keep quiet if they witnessed or knew something without a single person telling? Yeah, I get what you're saying, Grayson. And really, honestly, what I'm trying to do here is just give you the info, let you all make the decision. Because this is a really hot topic right now. And look, everybody's opinion matters. How likely is it, in your opinion, for 20 plus people not aligned with the gang's or organization crime to keep quiet if they witnessed or knew something without a single person telling? I understand what you're saying. I get it. I get it. So the MDR, they're saying this is basically what happened. They claimed that literally they didn't know each other. In fact, later it comes out that they did. That they did know her because they were texting her asking if she has seen Nolan, right? And later, they did say that when asked, well, how did you say this, make this comment, if in fact, literally, you said at the beginning, no one knew her? And Warren's response was, well, in the time we were trying to get a hold of her, friends of friends of friends got a hold of her Snapchat, whatnot. They started texting other friends back and forth. Eventually, they got that information and they were texting her, asking her if she had seen Nolan. Pretty. I mean, that's pretty much right. So that's where that is. Doug, what do you say? Can you shed some light here?
I
On
my
anything.
my personal opinion is that Nolan stayed on the island, and the boys recount, and people that seen the boat return said Nolan was not on that boat, but there was other people that weren't related to Katie or the group friend that seen Nolan around 6 o'clock on that island. So
And
that's
who
right.
was the two boys?
It was the people that said that he had asked for a ride.
The two boys.
Was it two boys?
Yeah,
It was,
there was two people that came out, according to the attorneys, that said there was two people that saw Nolan at 6:30 that he was on the island.
Yes.
And those two kids were also, well, we'll leave it at that. There was two younger kids that came forward and told police they saw him. And then the question was asked to them by Nancy Grace, did they literally, like, were they drinking? The attorney would not answer that. He doesn't know.
Right.
Sure, they know, but he said he doesn't know. Nancy asked, were they wearing glasses? Did they wear glasses? How far were they? How far distance? Where was Nolan standing? Where did they see Nolan on that island? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of factors. And then she asked the question, do they know each other? Because normally you would like to get corroborating evidence from different people, right?
Right.
And she said yes. Or I'm sorry, the attorney said yes, it's a him. And then she asked the question, do they know Nolan's friends? And he said yes. So now the two people that are accounting exactly what happened, they know the friends, right? They know the friends.
Yes.
And they also know each other. And then
they know
Nancy
Nolan.
asked them, were they together and walking on the island when they saw him, or were they together? And they said yes, they were together. Those two people were together.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So that's what was said, right? Just to putting all that information out there.
Yes,
I'm
that's
letting
what was
people
said.
decide because I'm just giving the information. So now you do have two witnesses, and the attorney said they were younger of age. They were younger than the friends on the boat. Grayson, Carol Burton, I'm only working on my own personal history. I have never been part of a team organization where 20 plus people would cover for someone if they did something minorly wrong. Carol, I'm asking DD, since he has a history in law enforcement and in the military, about how likely it is for the situation to happen. I can't imagine anybody would have not seen what happened. Okay, I can't imagine everybody there at the island didn't see where Nolan was at. Somebody out of the approximately 2,000 plus people, okay, just to ask that question. I don't think that that's necessarily, in my opinion, accurate. Okay. However, I will say that I also know that it is very highly that people won't say nothing if it was a gang related type of deal. Not that this case, but what Grayson's talking about in other cases of gang related, how likely is it that people would stay quiet because of retaliation or whatever? And it is highly likely that they won't say nothing. Right? Do you agree with that, Bud?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to go ahead and deal with that. So, once again, let me go back because I might have missed the question from Carol and I didn't. Okay. Carol, Grayson. Grayson, much less an unaliving. I don't know. We know what happens, unfortunately, the history of Mississippi, right? Especially in Jackson. We know the history.
We
I'm
know
not
that.
going on the history. I'm going what I'm telling you, but I'm saying the history is a part of what that area is known for. Let's just be honest. I don't know
It
if
is
you
a
like
nuance.
it is a nuance, as Doug puts it. Okay, so let's not forget that. Thank you very much, April. Appreciate that. So now you have literally Tarek. Welcome in, Tarek. So now you have literally the fact that, damn it, Grayson, you threw me out of whack here. See, that's what happens to Warren, I think. So that's the issue there. That you have one saying one thing and another saying another. I just don't believe that literally you would have people not see what happened. I just don't buy it 1 minute. Okay. You're talking over 2,000, as estimated, was over 2,000 people. And you've seen how tight they were all around each other. And you see how bunched up all those people were. You even seen how close they were to literally the island. So then the question becomes, literally, how could no one have seen anything? That's the question. What do you say that to that, Doug? Does that sound accurate?
I don't know how nobody's seen anything. I don't know how
I
that's
just I don't
possible.
know how anybody missed it, but
Or at least, or even hear anything.
or at least hear something.
Even if you didn't see it, someone heard something.
I mean,
I
you
don't know
would
how you
think.
couldn't.
See, we're trying to just call it as it has been reported. Okay. So now we know that aspect of it. We know the aspect of the fact that literally when they got back, that actually on the way back, the friend's explanation of the emergency timing when they called, remember when they called CETO, and that is a individuals who take literally boats who are having issues, they haul them back. It's a fee they pay and they take it back, kind of like a tow truck or something, but it's for boats. The friend's explanation essentially is that the boat was taking on water. They needed to leave. They tried repeatedly to get Nolan aboard. Nolan refused. Nolan refused and stayed behind. They left. Now, the GPS data establishes that the boat actually left the island at approximately 4:31 p.m., not around 3 p.m. Around 4:31 p.m. is when that boat left. The friends have described Nolan's last sighting as approximately 3 p.m. That's what the friend said, about 3 p.m. But that doesn't necessarily contradict the GPS data. The 2-hour interval could simply represent the period in which the boat problem developed and they tried to get Nolan to leave. But it is a difference between 3 and 4:31. The contradiction is what we're talking about. How one is saying one thing and the other is saying another. Okay? Because once you start going down that slippery slope of contradicting these type of things, and you end up being wrong, or you end up not being accurate, it kind of shoots holes in your theories as to why or why not, and then it just gets shot down, literally. And I don't mean that figuratively. I mean that, or not literally, I mean that figuratively. Hi, Buttercups. Welcome in. Welcome in, Buttercups. They say that they were trying. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say hi, Buttercup. Hi, Buttercup.
The the significance of that is they're saying that literally everyone is aboard on CETO call. This is probably one of the most important factual discrepancies. At approximately 4 p.m., somebody aboard the boat called the CETO. called the Cito and reported that the boat was sinking. When the dispatcher asked, "Was anyone aboard okay?" the caller answered, "Yes." Was everyone aboard and okay? Was everyone aboard and okay? And the caller answered, "Yes." The caller also reported approximately 7 people aboard. But according to the friend's story, Nolan was already on the island and had deliberately decided to stay behind. So apparently, contradiction is there wasn't 7, there was only 6. Because Nolan was left on Horn Island, right?
That's right.
See how that doesn't coincide. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're saying when they call Cito, she asked if everybody was on board. Okay. And she asked, "Is everybody okay?" Not sure why she would have said if everybody's okay, but she did. And now we're hearing, well, really, if it was the 7 that were on board and everybody was okay, that would mean Nolan probably or someone else would have been there. But that's not what they said, because they were saying Nolan was on the island, right? Now, it could have been somebody else catching a ride. Sure. It could have been somebody else. But if it was, how come that person hasn't talked to Officer Tatum on his podcast to find out what his story is? Does that make any sense?
Yep.
I mean, because if there's another person that's there, right? Let's just say the hypothetical is that, yes, there was 7. We don't know. Guys take rides with other boats all the time. Okay. So why hasn't no one talked about that 7th person? Just saying. And the call that was made when they were talking to the attorneys with Nancy Grace, the attorney stated that the caller wasn't, and I'm just saying what the attorney said, it wasn't Bart. It was actually Wyatt that made the phone call. Did
That's
you hear
correct.
that, Doug?
That's correct.
Wyatt made the phone call. And all this time, everybody's saying it was Bart, but it wasn't Bart. It was Wyatt that made the phone call. Right, Grayson. Right. That is correct. Let me read some of these. Buttercup, I will be around more. I got put back on the couch with an infection from my ankle. Outstanding. Well, not outstanding that she got put back on the couch, but outstanding you're going to be here more. Amen. But not amen. You get it. April, Buttercup, hope you heal soon and glad to see you here. Pam, hey, Terry and Buttercup. April, thank you. Thank you, Pam. Grayson, Warren was on the Triton going back. He wasn't on the Triton going to Horn Island. Correct. Correct. Miss Barney, that is correct. I don't think I said anything different, but okay, that is correct. At least going by what he said on the video of the boat while being towed. Right. Grayson, towed. Carol, Buttercups, laughing out loud. April, confusing hot topic, so I'll sit back and listen. So now you have 6 people on this boat. And I'm going to clarify one more time so that we're clear. You have 6 people on the boat. A call is made to C tow, SEA, and then tow, TOW, right? What's going on? We investigate. So now what's happened is they make a call. And apparently, according to the attorney, he said it wasn't Bart. It was literally Wyatt that made the call. And Wyatt said that they were talking and that she asked the question, is everybody okay or on board? And is everybody okay? And they said yes. And they claimed 7 people were on board. But really, there was only 6 people on board. Because according to their theory, Nolan was back on the island. Otherwise, he would have been the 7th. Then the question becomes, well, then if they took somebody else on the boat, like they normally catch rides with different people, right, as they say, then why hasn't anybody talked to that 7th person? Because we haven't heard about the 7th person, have we? Have you heard anything, Doug, on the 7th person?
No.
I haven't either.
I haven't gotten a definitive answer of who the original 7 were either, though. We only know the 4 according to the picture,
Correct.
and Wyatt's not even one of them 4.
That is correct. He
It
didn't go. He didn't go. Wyatt did not go with them.
He didn't
But
go
Wyatt
with them.
came back because that was his friend, and his boat was supposedly sinking.
Yes. So was Wyatt person number 7?
I don't know.
If there was original 7, Nolan stays back, and Wyatt switches boat and goes with them, he could be person number 7.
Could be. Very possible. But why didn't they clarify that?
I don't know why they didn't clarify that. They didn't even clarify like that there's 3 boats. A lot of people still think that we're talking about like the same
4
boat
people,
or
5
2
people,
boats.
6 people.
Yeah.
Right. You're right.
The number of people, like who they were, like who went with who on what boat there and who left back. There's just a lot of unclear information.
But and here's the thing, Grayson, you're right. It could be Warren, but that's not a fact either. Could have been somebody else. It could have not been somebody else. Right? People go back with each other. Some people stayed. I mean, even though his parents, even though Warren's parents stated that they never taught Nolan to not come back with the people he went with. For some reason, he crossed the grain and stayed. So
I bet they taught him not to get on a boat if it's sinking, though.
Well, true. But the point is, they're saying he didn't. They're saying he didn't not come on the boat because it was sinking. They said he stayed off the boat to stay with Katie, right?
Right.
So it
could have been two. It could have been twofold, though.
Well, no, because they actually said exactly why.
They did. They did say that.
They said exactly why he stayed there, and it was for Katie. Okay. So all I'm saying is it is possible that Warren could have been the 7th person, as well as it is possible that they said 6. They said 7 when there was really 6, right? Why would whoever responded to that? Why would they have counted Nolan as a person if he didn't come out? You know, if Wyatt was there, why would they say 7 if literally he's not there? I get it's confusing.
It is confusing.
And that's why none of this is literally like in clad iron defined, because there is no way to clad ironly define that. There just isn't, because no one is talking about who all the people that came back. Now, I did read there were some names. I did read the people who were on the boat, because they did say who was on the boat. I just don't have it in front of me. Then it says, according to others, at least 2 people who arrived in Horn Island on 3 boats did not leave with the 3 boats left. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that. So at least 2 people who arrived on Horn Island on those 3 boats, 2 of them did not. So it wasn't just Nolan, it was somebody else. Maybe we're talking 6, not 7, 7, not 6, 6, 7, 6, 7. You know that joke, right? 6, 7, 6, 7.
6, 7, yes.
Bruce, welcome.
Hey, Bruce. Good to see you, bud.
Miss Barney, drop link, please. Bruce wants to come in. All right. There it is, Bruce. Bruce is in the house, everybody. So now we have literally what they're saying as far as who got on the boat, who was not on the boat. We don't know who that 7th mystery person is. Is it Warren? Is it not? But here's the kicker. You would think somebody would have clarified that. Would they not? Somebody would have clarified it. Yeah, it was Johnny. It was Smuckatelli. It was Billy Joe, Bob, Susie. Somebody would have said who it was. Why is it not being told who those 7 people were? Just asking the question.
Good question.
Please hit the like when you come in. It's free. Buttercup says, "Hey, Bruce." So I'm not accusing anybody in anything. I'm just telling you what the stories were told, the contradictions. And there's a lot of contradictions, everybody, as you all well know by now. Deb, I think the kids don't know what to say anymore. They are afraid as everything bites them in the backside. That's a good point, Deb. That's a really good point. But here's the thing. If you would just say from the get-go on all parties involved, it'd be a lot easier to go ahead and tell. Grayson says, Smuckatelli, come on, don't tell me Smuckatelli had something to do with it. It could have been, Susie whatever, and I can't say the other part. It could have been, Joe Smo. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So here's the thing, everybody. We know that there was 7 people, but they're saying when they look at the picture, there was only 6 people. Didn't they say that, Doug?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. You can look at the picture. There's only 6.
When they looked at the picture being towed, there was only 6 people on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't 7, correct?
There wasn't, or there was?
There wasn't 7 going back. It was only 6.
I'm pretty sure it was only 6, yeah.
Right. And they said how many were on there? 7.
Yes.
But Nolan wasn't on there.
I'm actually going to look at the picture so I can be sure.
No, you're right. I know you're right. That's why I'm asking that question. You're right.
There's only 6.
There's only 6. And they said there was literally 7. But Nolan wasn't on the boat, so there had to be 6. You could say, well, they were paranoid. They were getting worried because the boat was sinking. And we saw on that picture, if I'm not mistaken, Doug and Bruce, we saw that it was tied on to another boat that was getting ready to pull them, which is supposed to be Bart's boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
So we can see how many people were actually on the boat. There wasn't 7. They said 7 to the sea tow, but there wasn't 7. There was only 6. That we know. I mean, that's in the picture. You can say that's a fact because it's in the picture. April says, but the call, whoever made it, Bart or Warren, said 6 on the tow. Well, they said 7, and then at the end, someone said 6. When they actually reported that, they said 7. They didn't say 6. They didn't say 7. They said 6. Right? Am I right or wrong? Can you look that up, Doug?
From the phone call, I'd have to listen to the call again, but I think you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah. So the idea why it was a big deal was because Nolan would have been the 7th, but he wasn't on the boat. That's why there was only 6.
What is this, Double Dog? Of this boat here? What is this? The one you're talking about? Is this the one that's pulling, or
I can't tell by that picture, brother. I'm not sure what you're asking.
That is the one that was being towed. That's a picture of the Triton.
Okay, you're right, Doug. It does say that. It does say that it's okay. Well, because look, I was listening to Juice.
The rope that they were going to be pulling back in. That's what that finger is pointing to.
Yeah, because I was looking at Juice this morning, and I even called him in, and I asked him. I said, "What's the deal with like everybody?" They were talking. The attorney and stuff was all there. They did one story, then Juice showed the family and their story, and Juice said, "What the heck? This isn't the story that's adding up." And then today there's another one that he was looking at after the boat thing here, because I was wondering which one it was. Because I'm trying to like get myself, when you guys aren't on, man, I'm trying to do. If I'm not in somewhere, I'm trying to look on my other phone, and I thought this was the boat. So this is the boat you're saying, Doug, that was getting towed.
That's the boat that was sinking.
Okay.
That is Wyatt's boat that was taken on water that was going to be towed by the other boat, which would have been Bart's boat. Correct.
So Grayson is
Okay.
saying, I'm talking about the video that Tatum released, not the picture that was AI doctored for another photo. And you know that it was doctored how? How do you guarantee that that photo was doctored, Grayson? I'm just curious. Because Tatum's photo is not doctored, and the other photo is doctored because of what reason? I'm just trying
Yeah,
to.
April, it is confusing. It sure is confusing. Like it's really confusing to me because
Well, what's
you know,
confusing
like,
for me is that when I hear comments like that being made, okay, it's
yeah,
confusing to me because what you're saying is, well, that's not the picture because that was AI doctored. That's not the one. The one that Officer Tatum showed, that was the correct one. What is your evidence that the other
oh,
one was
okay,
doctored?
okay.
I mean, I'm just asking a question.
I
Why
I
was
mean, yeah. Look, I don't personally know, and I'm not like you're not blaming. None of us are blaming anybody. I just think that if you got something that's truthful, why not just come out and tell us truthful? If you didn't do anything wrong, anybody, look, if anybody had some kind of problems come up and you didn't do anything wrong, you're gonna tell the truth. And I'm not saying that they're lying, and I'm not saying that the family's lying, but somebody is confusing the people because one
In the
lawyer says
photo.
one thing,
'Cause
and then
we're not even
another
talking
lawyer
about the
says
same
something
photo,
different.
Grayson. We're talking about the
Yeah.
photo of the Triton that
Oh, the
Bruce just
Triton.
showed, not the one with the black leg hanging over the side. That's a totally different
Okay.
photo.
Gotcha.
That photo actually, I believe, was doctored and shaded to make it look like it was a black leg. Because
Oh,
when
okay.
you see the original photo, you can clearly see it's a white guy. But we're not even talking
Yeah,
about the same
yeah.
photo right now. We're talking right now. We're
Right.
talking
We're
about
talking
the
right. We're
Triton
talking
photo.
about the white older guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
No, that's
I
that's
just seen
another
him,
different
Doug.
photo. That's the photo from earlier in the
welcome in,
day.
Blue
That
Eyes?
photo.
Welcome in.
All right. I'm just gonna listen, but
Okay.
if I think of something, then I'll talk. But
No worry. No
I,
worry.
I'm still just like
Sorry, dog. I
I'm
didn't mean
still
to cut you
confused.
off.
No. You're good. You're good.
All right.
I'm glad you explained it. Grayson says because they showed the original photo and then doctored the photo of the black. And I think Doug just explained that. Did you not, Doug?
I did. I think I
Okay.
did.
So now Grayson's saying, yeah, we're talking about talking about the video, then the video of the Triton that Tatum released. There's 5 guys on it, and either 1 or 2 females. Buttercups, hi, blue eyed. April, no confusion to me. It's how did he end up in the water? Thank you so much, April. Is all I'm saying. And too many theories from race, etc. Well said, April. Well said. Blue eyes, Buttercups on patrol. Carol Burton, hello. Buttercups, Bruce. So the whole point here is just to give you the contradictions. It's not, I mean, we're not saying who did what or what was said. Hell, we can't even agree on who was on the boat and who wasn't. We can't even agree on what boat we're talking about.
Exactly.
And we're looking at the
Yeah,
damn.
we don't know what boat we're
When
talking
you look
about.
at the
That's for sure.
picture, you can see it's factual what they're showing. And yeah, something could be doctored. Of course, something could be doctored. But if you're going to say something was doctored, then you have to have the receipts. I would assume, right? Because if you don't have the receipts and you
Well,
say something was doctored, then you're
Doug,
just talking out of your arms.
do you think it? What do you think, Doug?
You thought you weren't going to see me today. You
I
thought
did.
What's up,
Hey,
you
Chris.
thought
Chris?
you were lucky.
Chris
But
is in the house,
Chris,
everybody.
that ain't
what
happening.
do you think, man?
Oh, I've been lurking. I have been lurking. So I'm going to throw something up, D, so we can
Okay.
listen if
Yep.
you're willing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Why wouldn't I be willing, Chris? Really?
Because I heard something on this call that I didn't hear before, so I'll show you. So
Yeah, I know, but why would I not be willing?
what?
I go, why would I not be willing? You're always welcome to throw anything out there.
No. If you wanted to listen to the thing,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Shut up. God, I missed you all day. Really, I did.
Melly, welcome in, Melly. Welcome
Missed
in.
you, Chris.
I know.
See how many migraines, literally, Chris
That's what you
brings?
give me every day. A
Hello,
migraine.
investigates. Hello, our beautiful friends, Melly. Sorry you had a headache.
Oh,
Here we go,
no.
guys. I'm going to bring this up.
It's the
German Shepherd, welcome in, German Shepherd.
Ooh, I like that. It's the distress call,
Okay.
but it's pretty good, clear one. Hold on, let me.
We know what they're going to say when they see the hearts. It was doctored, right? You get it.
Yeah. It's the TBX one, I think, right? Maybe.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey,
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right.
the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Okay, the best that I can tell you, that is not Bart talking. That is Warren talking.
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
I mean, I'm sorry, Wyatt. Warren.
Correct.
Wyatt. And the only reason, remember, they said it was Warren, that it was Bart that actually made the call. That's
Right.
not true.
That is correct.
Yep. That's correct.
Not true.
We covered that earlier.
I know I wasn't here earlier.
Oh, got you. Yeah, we talked about
I think
how
we're
the attorneys
Video.
went ahead and
So-
said it was Wyatt, not Bart, that
Yeah.
was talking.
Because you hear Wyatt
Right.
say something in a minute. All right, so yeah.
There you go.
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 30 degrees. By 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No.
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right, well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
All right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in
Okay.
17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right. Where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor or Fort Bayou Launch.
All right. How many adults and children on board?
No, there's no children.
So, is there anybody on board? How many adults, sir? That was the question.
Hey, Florida. Drop it off.
Hello, can you hear me?
Gotta jump in and pull the plug, Bart, while you're going.
See?
Jump in and pull the
Hello?
plug.
Naming two specific people as connected to
Tow
the
it to Ocean Springs Harbor.
That you heard what he said, right?
Right, say what he said.
He said, jump in the water and pull the plug, Bart. So Bart was on the boat with them like we
Yeah,
had figured in the beginning. So guess what? That tells you they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
I'm going as far as saying they knew who Katie was.
They're actually, yeah, I could see that.
I mean, come on. It was Bart's ex or supposedly ex or maybe still together.
Let's see what. Let me read some of these, Chris. Hang on that thought with you. Oh, these calls are Nolan, Blue Eyes, German Shepherd, April, and the grandfather canceled the call. April, that tells me he knows something. Blue Eyes, yes. Dennis, if the hull is the equivalent of a 10-foot by 7-foot container, which is small for a 22-foot Triton, you would only need half an inch of water in it to exceed the Triton's load capacity. Anybody want to take that on the panel?
Well, I mean, the picture, I mean, really, I don't know too much, but the picture you that saw, excuse me, where the boat, you could see the rear end of the boat was really, really low into the water. So it was definitely taking on some serious water. But I'm wondering if they were trying to like bucket the water out as they were doing, you know what I mean, to try to stay afloat.
So my question to you, Chris, is you just said some guy named Bart was on there. Were they trying to say that he wasn't on there, or am I missing something here?
So if you don't know the entire story, Bart supposedly is Katie's ex, or maybe
yeah.
still together. But when this all went down the first time, you heard was it Warren, right? It was Warren that said all that about Katie. Yeah, like when they were trying to get Nolan to get on the boat, then at some point Warren had said, you know, we couldn't get him on the boat, whatever, and he said I texted Katie. And then he said a little bit more, and then he went on and said, now everybody started texting Katie. But if you guys didn't know Katie like they all said, then how were you texting her? So that was the first screw up.
Hey, Chris, do me a favor. Turn your mic up, please.
What if I don't want to?
So yeah, I've heard about the girl, but I didn't know that about the Bart thing. I didn't know. I heard the name brought up. I heard people saying, "Hey, this guy," just like you're saying. So I just wanted to make sure because I didn't know if that was his girl but I heard about the girl. Yeah, I didn't know who it was.
She's the star of the whole thing, I would think. I mean, right now it was all about Katie in the beginning, but then, you know, the CTO call at one point it was like, okay, it was Warren, and then it was Wyatt, but then they said somebody came out with a report saying it was actually Bart that made the call, but which is incorrect. It was actually Wyatt.
That is correct.
But you know, it's
so Tucci says yes. Barney says no one on the boat has a life vest on that we can see. If they don't wear the life vest, well, that is on themselves.
Yeah, that's on them. You just
Grayson
only have to
says,
have them.
listen, Chris, Grayson says, now, according to Bart, he didn't know of Katie before July 4th. The photo is of him and another girl named Maddie. That other YouTubers tried to say was Katie.
I don't know. All I heard was that it was Katie was his ex. So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
I've heard the same thing, Chris. I heard the same thing.
Everything's lie these days. So
Yeah, everything is not truthworthy. So you know what? Just let the poor 18-year-old just drown, and let's call it another day.
right. And the way that, and the reason that I mean, if I'm sure everybody already knows, but the reason that the sea tow was canceled is because they towed them out and they pulled the plug, and then they towed them, and the water came, as you guys already know, but anybody in the chat that doesn't, they towed them out and they took the plug out and the water came out, and then when they slowed down, he shoved the plug back in to at least get the water out, and that's why they were able to make it back
But
in.
you know, here's a question for you, Chris. So when the call came in to Cito, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Cito ends up calling the captain.
Yeah.
Right after she got done with Wyatt.
Yep.
She calls the captain, and the captain says that he just got off the phone
With the grandfather.
the grandfather, and the grandfather, who is the owner of the boat, said cancel the Cito.
Yeah, because my thought process behind that was that obviously Wyatt called the grandfather and was like, "Hey, we're sinking, something's wrong, blah 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 blah," and he's like, "Well, you know, call and get a Cito or whatever." And in the meantime, he called the captain directly.
Right.
He probably knows him, maybe,
Right.
or you know. So, and then he probably talked to Wyatt and was like, "Listen, this is all you got to do to make it good. Have somebody pull you out, somebody jump in, pull the plug. The water will shoot out while you're under tow. Then just throw the plug back in, and then you should be able to make it back in." And that's probably when they called him and said, "Okay, that worked." And, you know, it was probably all prior
Right.
to the call, but they made the call just in case. That's my thinking, because if I was out on your boat and it was sinking, hello. It wasn't my fault, dog, but your boat's sinking. What's wrong? You know, well, it's taking on water and the bilge pump isn't working. All right, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Or even, you know, another one of the guys that's a boater was like, "Hey, let's do this." And Bart pulled them, or somebody on Bart's boat pulled them. So, you know, was that Bart's boat that pulled them? I mean, he's out there on their boat. So then where is he? Where's his boat? You know what I mean? So it's got to be
right.
there.
Absolutely.
So he's there. So obviously, but
he has to be on the boat because he told him jump in and
jump in the water and pull the plug. But here's the thing. This is my biggest problem. Great. He was there. He was on the boat. He pulled the plug. They got the water out. They made it back. What's the background, though? Is he dead? Nolan, no. What? I mean, come on, man. So I'm, you know, whatever is said these, you know, from now till whatever the hell we figure out, that's going to sit in my head. That's not made up. It's not a lie. It's not, you know, it's not audio that somebody's like, "Hey, let's add this into their video."
Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think, Grayson? Do you think that information about no, is he dead? Damn it, Bart, stop.
Yeah, I don't think race is an issue at all.
No, but in that, is he dead? Do you think, or is he unalive? I'm sorry. Do you think, Grayson, that was altered as well, or do you believe what that audio is saying? Just a question. Welcome in, FinFan. Welcome in, Carol. FinFan. Barney says no one on the boat has a life vest. That is exactly right. Buttercups. Hey, FinFan. Hey, Butter. Blue Eyes. This whole case is a hot mess. Carol, Grayson, proof. German Shepherd. These kids had been friends for years. I honestly don't think race was a factor in this case. Good point, German Shepherd. Melly, 07. Finn. Blue Eyes, no race. Blue Eyes. Something just happened, sadly. So what's your take? Literally, what is your take? I want to know what you think about that, Grayson.
I want to hear this. Did you watch any videos earlier or today?
No.
What'd you do this morning? I don't even know what you did
this morning. We covered the
yeah, I know, the daycare, yeah.
Thanks all for joining us. Please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't. Be a Devil Pup Investigator and sign up to everybody's station who's on here, because these guys are good at what they do. Here's what Grayson says. Or I'm sorry, Grayson at Carol Barton. Proof of the photo being Bart and another girl, Maddie. Yeah, the girl in the photo looks nothing like Katie, and a Maddie admits to it being her. Right. But do you believe the words that you're hearing on that Cito call about, is he unalive? Get up. Get up. I do hear, is it dead? But I don't know if the person says no or Nolo. Can you play that again, Chris?
That didn't come up in that video. I want to play something else here real quick.
All right.
I just threw it up there.
Thank you, Grayson. Appreciate your comments and opinion, my friend.
Is it that they could be referring to the battery, which we knew that they were having a hard time starting it? Like the boys said, they were eventually able to start the boat, and that was the reason, one of the reasons that they canceled the Cito.
Well, I remember real quick, Chris, I remember in a comment in an interview that they said the water was above to the battery and it fried everything. So my question would have been, how in the hell did the battery start if everything was fried?
It didn't.
I don't think it was. I think they thought it was fried. That's why they were saying
they said it was fried. But yeah, okay.
But when did they start the boat?
That's well. If they said it was fried, when the water was in, they were taking water and it was above the batteries, and they said everything was fried.
Yeah,
I'm asking how would they have started that boat?
Yeah, I don't know. They did say that
when they were on their way back.
Say that again.
So Devil Dog, Miss Barney goes, question: who is liable for whatever occurs on a boat, the owner or the operator?
The operator.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, both probably. But if he's in charge of the boat, he's the captain. It's his responsibility. But the owner of the physical boat could be in trouble too.
Well, if the owner knew they were drinking, then you got another dilemma.
Yep.
So it really depends if what exactly did the owner know when he allowed the operator to take that boat.
Yep. So
and
both.
They could both be in a bind.
Yep.
Blue Eye says both. Robert says both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, go ahead and play it.
This one I don't even know. This was just done a little bit ago. Not a little bit ago, but like yesterday maybe.
So Grayson said the battery didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, the big mouth. It just does. Oh, I'm sorry.
Video of the boat while Warren is on the call. Nolan ain't on there. But let's just say so they're killing him because this is the thing that they never address. How did they kill Nolan? If they did, how did they kill him? They bludgeoned him to death? Well, the autopsy showed no signs of blunt force trauma. No signs on any part of his body, external blunt force trauma, zero. So they didn't beat him to death. Are you saying they drowned him and then pulled him in the boat? So he's in the boat after they drowned him. They somehow pulled him out of the water, put him in the boat in front of everybody. Bart, everybody, they put him in the boat. He's in the bed of the boat, although he's invisible because he's not on the boat here, but I guess he's there in their minds. And then Wyatt, knowing that somebody's dead, they killed him, he's going to call Cito. They can't hear me. They can't hear the script. Look how little this boat is. Play it. So he gonna call Cito right there, and you telling me he think they can't hear him screaming and killing somebody on the boat? I'm gonna call Cito, but he said there's nothing wrong with the boat. So why you call Cito? We need an alibi. They could have called Cito after they were gone. Why would they call while they killing him? Why everybody's screaming? And they on Cito 8 minutes. But they killing somebody on C. I'm gonna sell you Negroes something.
mean, it's not.
Those are good points.
Yeah, I mean, it's that. Those are actually some really good
not
points.
necessarily. Okay, if he's in the damn boat already, and he can be drowned by putting his head, by grabbing him from the back of the neck. He was intoxicated. We all know that. So they didn't have to throw him in the water, bring him back out, and then go ahead and throw him back in. If he's already in the boat, there's somehow, first of all, the trauma on the back of the neck, it is trauma of some sort. We don't know if it's from football. We don't know if it's from an injury. But to say that that's not, they didn't beat him. No, they may not beat him, but they could have very well hit him over the back of that neck where that red mark is, and that could have knocked him out, sending him into the water, and then he drowned. So that didn't make no sense to me. Okay, so I don't think there's any good points in that. And the fact that he said that, oh, well, what are they going to do? Take him out? Don't get caught up in all the screaming that he's doing. Okay, because the reality is they very well, somebody could have held him in the water, literally as he's on the boat face down. Somebody could have held him in the back of the neck, causing that red mark as well, until he is drowned. And maybe that's why someone said, stop it, Bart. Maybe that's why someone said, is he dead? Is he unalive? So nothing he said in there. That what was the one thing that was the good points about it? Tell me what the good points about it was. Because I'm telling you, there's no way in hell that you can say, like he tried to emphasize how this was impossible to happen. Really? We know they did find a mark in the back of the head. That's a thump to the back of the head, possibly. I'm not saying it happened. I'm saying it could have. So for him to say that, that's not accurate. Nor is the fact that somebody could have grabbed him by the back of the neck because he's so intoxicated and held his face in the water. That's a possibility. So I'm not sure really where the good points are at. I don't buy that one bit.
I'm not sure I buy it all, but I mean, you know, them making the Cito call as they're yelling all that. I mean, that would be kind of.
So where did the voices come in from?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't believe anything. I'm just saying. I mean,
because what I'm saying is he's out there screaming, and I watched that video before. He's out there screaming about how they didn't beat him. Well, no one's taking a 2x4 and beating the hell out of him because there's no 2x4 on the boat, possibly. So the idea that he does have a red mark on his back, we can all agree with that because the pathologist said that, right? Inside the inner lining, there was a red mark across his back of the neck.
You better let me show you. You better lower your tone. You're gonna have a red mark right across your chin. No, I don't make me come through this damn computer. You know what I'm saying? I'll pop right out of that mic. And then
so none of
don't
that
pretend you don't hear me.
None of that points don't make no sense. None. Zero.
Unbelievable. I don't like your attitude today. I may have to leave.
What do you think about Tatum?
But we still got the timeline. We got somebody, if we believe the witnesses that are not part of either of the boats, that they seen Nolan around 6 o'clock, then he couldn't have been unalived at 4:30 or before. So if people seen him after that 4:30 when that boat left, like how does any of it else even fall into play? Plus, we're listening to an enhanced video. It's not the original video.
Two people saw him.
Now, what about
those other friends? As the attorney said, they're friends of those boys.
right?
We know that because the attorney said so.
Now, what?
And the idea that he could have been on the boat, Katie said he wasn't with them. That was the whole reason why he stayed back. Was for Katie. Katie said no. She never once admitted it that he was with her.
Right.
So how does that figure into the whole conversation?
You got me. I don't know.
They changed their story several times, as we well know. Katie's never changed her story. He wasn't with me. He said he was going on the boat. I assume he got on the boat. They said, oh, no. He said he was staying with Katie. Really? because Katie never admitted to it.
What time did those two friends say they saw him? Was that 6 or 6:30?
Around 6 o'clock. Around 6.
6 o'clock. So he's there alone because
And he was alone, they said.
right. Well, he was alone because his main group of friends left on the sinking boat. So that leaves him on the island alone, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't with Katie either, they said. Like,
Right. No, I'm just saying, but
they
that leaves
seen
him
at
with
6. He wasn't with Katie. He wasn't with the friends. He was alone.
exactly. So what's he doing from they left
Who
at
was with him?
4:30? They left at 4:30, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
31.
So 4:31. So what was he doing from 4:30 to let's just say 6?
Well, of course, according to some, they said he was with Katie.
Okay.
According
Okay.
to Katie, she said he was never with me.
Okay, so who was with her if he wasn't?
Well, that's the whole point.
Her friend. The boat
Her
she
friend,
came
okay.
on. I would have to say the people she came with, probably. But so no matter what, he was seen at 6 o'clock on the island, alive, by those two friends.
If you believe the witnesses, yes.
Right. So then, again, where does that audio come from? If he wasn't on the boat and he was on the island at 6, where does that audio come from at 4:31?
We can't even totally trust that. If you listen to the
No.
original audio, you can't hear any of that. You can't hear it until it's enhanced. So
Right,
once it's
that
enhanced,
lady-
you can't say whether it was altered or not.
Do we
And there's
think that,
captions on there, so you're reading what you're thinking you're hearing, and it's putting it into your brain what you're thinking you're hearing.
I don't. I mean, it could be altered, but I don't think it is. But it could be because
It's definitely enhanced, whether or not it's altered. It's
no, I
enhanced.
know that. Did you? Which one did you watch? Because if you watch the one with that lady, that's the professional. She took out the Cito lady's voice.
Yeah, she's the one that did it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You think she's enhancing it? Like, not enhancing. But you think she's putting fake stuff in there? And where did she come up with all their voices to do it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know it's possible, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's fake, but who knows? We don't know anything. I mean, shit.
do we think that we have the technology to do that? If you went to let's say a studio,
Mhm.
do you think somebody who is experiencing that could literally decipher that and be able to, change where everything goes? We have that technology, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind they
Okay.
have that technology.
So why hasn't the defense done anything with that? Why didn't they go ahead and say, look, I'll show you what really was said, and then have their guy, whoever that is, go ahead and literally do the same thing that
They might be. They may be doing it right now.
Well,
Because if I mean, from some of the stuff I watched on, on TV and stuff like that, when it comes to that voice stuff, and
Maybe Bart was
can-
with Katie. Is what April said.
they can really go in and listen, and the professionals can figure out if this is a straight, legit audio, or they have some way of letting people know that, hey, this is either 100% fake or it's 50% maybe, but they have a way of telling. But I don't know who the hell knows. My biggest question right now is 4:30 to 6. What was he doing? Where was he? That's just, I don't know. It's crazy. But so there's a Nancy Grace video up. Did you see that about the audio distress call with her?
I did.
One where they're cutting out audio. Did you see that one?
No, I don't know if I've seen a lot of them, but I don't know if I've
It
seen
says
that one.
Nolan Wells audio distress call. The part of the 911 call, every channel is cutting out. And that was 2 days ago. So I put it in the thing if you want to throw it up and we can listen to it.
Go ahead.
Or you can just stare at me and do nothing. Whatever you like. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Yes.
I just had a porterhouse, just so you know. The ribeyes were not looking good.
Lucky you.
Wow. You ready?
Is it real?
By now you know the outline of this case. Nolan Wells, Horn Island, the boat that took on water, the search that followed. What's gotten less attention is something that actually matters for how you should be reading everything else in this case. There isn't one version of the CETO recording circulating online. There are two, and a forensic examiner who's compared them says they don't fully match. The original recording came from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. The call placed to CETO, a private towing company, at around 4 in the afternoon on July 4th. On it, a teenager can be heard telling the dispatcher that the boat's bilge pump had stopped working. "Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come?" The dispatcher asks how serious it is. The caller answers that the water is coming up, that they're not sure how bad it will get, but that they're going down. In the background, there's commotion, multiple voices, some overlap, the kind of noise you'd expect from a group of teenagers on a boat that's taking on water. The caller confirms everyone on board is accounted for and in good health, gives GPS coordinates, and asks for the boat to be towed to a launch on the mainland. That's the entire verified content of the original recording.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the f up!
Nothing more, nothing less. Here's something that gets lost in a lot of coverage. Nolan Wells was not on this boat when the call was made. According to his friend Warren Hudson, who has spoken publicly about that day, the group encountered trouble on the water, and at some point, Wells chose to stay behind rather than get on the boat that was taking on water. Hudson has said one member of the group was panicking and urging Wells to get on board, reportedly telling him, "Nolan, get thee on the boat." Wells didn't board. That detail matters because a lot of what's circulated online treats this recording as if it captures the moment something happened to Nolan. By the accounts on record, he wasn't there when this specific call was placed. Not long after the original recording became public, a different version started circulating, one described as enhanced. TMZ published a version of the audio that it said had been processed to bring out background sound. According to that outlet, the enhanced version reveals additional words buried under the commotion, someone possibly saying Nolan, followed by what sounds like, "Oh my God." Other clips, TMZ said, sound like, "Check his chest," and "Wake up." Social media users listening to that version began circulating an even more specific claim, that the audio contains the phrase, "Is he dead?" None of those interpretations have been confirmed by investigators, and once one version of the audio is being called enhanced, a fair question follows. Enhanced compared to what, and by whom? That question is what brought digital forensics expert Robert Freed into the story. Freed, who works as an executive vice president of forensics for a firm called Page One, appeared on News Nation to walk through his own comparison of the original recording against the version TMZ published. What he found was not just that the words were unclear. He found that the TMZ version runs about 20 seconds longer than the original file released by Marine Resources, and that it carries a different digital fingerprint. In plain terms, that means the file he examined and the file MDMR released don't match up as the same recording with noise reduction applied. Something changed beyond cleanup, length, structure, or both. Freed has been careful about what conclusion to draw from that. He hasn't said the enhanced version is fake, and he hasn't said the disputed phrases are real. What he's said is that he can't verify them, and that any serious forensic analysis needs to start with the original source file, not a copy that's already been redacted and republished online. He's pointed out that the copies circulating publicly already have information stripped out, like account numbers, which makes chain of custody and file integrity harder to confirm the further a copy gets from the original. There's a reason this matters beyond just which file is real. Freed has also spoken about something forensic examiners run into constantly. Once you tell people what to listen for, they tend to hear it, whether or not it's actually there. He described it from his own experience. When he first heard what people claimed was in the recording, his instinct went straight to trying to hear the same thing. That's not a flaw specific to this case. It's how suggestion works with ambiguous audio. Give someone a phrase to listen for inside a noisy recording, and their brain will often find a way to fit that phrase into the static, whether or not it's genuinely there. That doesn't mean there's nothing worth examining in the background of these recordings. It means the responsible way to examine it is with the original file, a documented process, and without starting from someone else's suggested transcript. That's a different standard than a viral clip with captions telling you what you're about to hear. The Wells family's attorney has been direct about the impact all of this speculation is having. Speaking to News Nation, the attorney pushed back on the idea that any of Nolan's friends bear responsibility for his death, calling accusations built on a disputed, doctored transcript a kind of psychological trick played on people listening to genuinely unclear audio. The Jackson County District Attorney's Office has said the case, including autopsy results, will go before a grand jury before any findings are made public, and that this is standard procedure for a death investigation, not a signal about where the case is heading. An independent, family-commissioned autopsy has so far been unable to determine a cause of death. Meanwhile, the online speculation around this case has had consequences beyond arguments in comment sections. According to reporting on the case, federal charges have already been filed against people in multiple states.
All right, that's it for the call. I don't know about that one.
So that's pretty much where we're at.
I don't know.
The idea that the investigators haven't confirmed that is because, like we see in every case, no one, the investigators are talking about anything. So that's probably why they haven't confirmed anything either which way. The idea that do I think he was on a boat? I don't see the evidence that he was
right
on the boat. But what I do hear is I'm hearing a witness say he wasn't with me, and I hear other people saying he was with her. I mean, I don't know how you square that. I don't know. I just know that one of them is not being truthful.
Right.
That's what I do know. One of them is not being truthful. And the idea that, she has never claimed that he stayed with her. They have said basically the same thing in different ways. So I don't know. I'm not here to convict anybody because that's not my job. I'm not here to even try to persuade anybody. I'm just giving you, it don't make sense.
No.
It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, once again, it's like I said before, there's only two ways he gets on that water. He's not going to get on her because he wants to take a swim. Okay? If he went with Katie for that missing hour and a half that you're asking about, Chris, if he went with Katie, then I could say, yeah, they probably were in the water swimming or something, grabbing ass or whatever. I could see that. But she's saying he wasn't even with me. And so I don't know how you square that in all honesty. How anybody squares that. So then that tells me, okay, well then the only other way he would have got out in the water or found in the water is that he had to go out into the water. I mean, I don't think the man was going to, I'd tell you this, when something drastic happens as far as like, especially when you're intoxicated, like you're feeling like, oh shit, how am I going to get back? Everybody's leaving. We do know Katie ended up going with her family members back. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Katie went back with her, I think it was her
sister and brother-in-law.
Sister and brother-in-law. That is correct. So Why didn't Nolan go back with her?
I don't know.
Because she said he wasn't with me. She's not putting him with her, and yet somebody else is putting Nolan with her.
And that was around 5:30.
So why like why hasn't anybody come out? I mean, why hasn't the brother or the brother-in-law or sister come out and said Nolan wasn't with us? We left at something says time. They probably didn't say that because they know he wasn't with her, because possibly she might be telling the truth. And then on the flip side, I guess you got to look at who has more to lose here. And I'm not saying that just because one has more to lose than the other that it's going to automatically go one way. I'm just saying there's just a lot of things that are not adding up, because the only thing you have to prove if you're the friends is he was with her. And the easiest way to prove that he was with her is for her to say he was with me. And the only way to really get anybody to say something is to say, I saw Nolan with her. But no one is saying that. Nobody. Even herself is not saying that. So where do we go? She took a test. Hang on 1 second. She took a stress test, right? According to the attorneys?
Yes.
She took a voice stress test, right?
We're assuming it was her. They didn't mention
according
her name,
to the attorney.
they said it was a girl, so we're
A
assuming
girl.
it was
Well,
Katie.
they said it was a girl. She said the girl that was with Nolan is what he said.
Yes.
So the only girl that was with Nolan that we know of is Katie McCormick. So Katie takes the test unofficially, and another boy takes the test. He says they both pass. So I guess for me, I'm looking at it, well, if they asked her, was he with you? No. She passes. Now, there's obviously more to the question, but you get where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
If she asks the other kid, was Nolan with you? No. Okay, so he passes. The fact that we don't know who that other boy is, we know who the girl is, but we don't know who that other. I mean, maybe it was somebody who stayed behind. I don't know if he got on the boat or not. He's not lying. You know, yeah, I didn't have nothing to do with Nolan. No, I didn't. I don't know anything. I didn't see anybody. I wasn't looking for Nolan. You follow me? I think there's just so much. There is a lot of confusion, and there really isn't no 100% at this point, because we don't have people coming out saying, I saw him. I mean, dude, out of 2,000 plus people, we got 2 people who are friends with the friends of Nolan, who are younger than the friends of Nolan, and who are saying, who were together. They were together. In other words, they were together. They both saw Nolan. Nobody else saw Nolan. I don't know. I really don't. And if anybody in the channel or anybody here listening thinks that I'm saying that it was the friends, I'm not saying it was a friend. I'm just saying it's not adding up. And when it doesn't add up, that's because someone is not being truthful.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to try to find that where is the more untruth that we have heard in this case? You know, where is the things that we have heard that doesn't make sense? Who's it coming from? Are we seeing that Katie is saying things that are not truthful? Have we heard her say anything that is not truthful? We don't know, but that we have heard, all she said was he was not with me.
She ain't gonna say crap.
Well, I'm sure she's intimidated right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not blaming her by no way means. Make no mistake. But I mean, who on the other end has been saying things that are really being questionable here? I'm not saying that's a sign of guilt. I'm saying you got to go where that arrow's pointing. And the fact that we don't even know what they asked these young men, we don't even know what they asked them. You know, they're not going to tell us what questions they asked them, but we don't even know, did they separate them in an interview? Right. We don't know that. With Katie, there's only one person, and that's her saying, not with me. And no one is coming out to challenge that.
Right.
Even her brother-in-law and her sister are not challenging that.
No.
But on the other hand, you do have people that are challenging, why was his phone on the boat? Okay, we got an idea why his phone, because they said everybody does it. We don't know, but we'll say, okay, everybody does it. You know, why was his car keys left at the house? Well, they said because he left them at the house, he didn't leave them at the boat. Okay. But then it goes to, I told Mrs. Christina Wansley, this is coming from Warren. I told Mrs. Christina Wansley that we had his phone, that I had his phone. Mrs. Wansley never said that she was told. They said that we had to go through Live 360 to figure out where everything was at.
Right.
You follow me? In other words, all I'm saying is there's more inconsistencies on one end than there is on the other. Once again, it's not an admission of guilt. It just says you got to go where the arrow's kind of pointing. Because until you can disprove that, that's where the arrow's pointing. You know, and I'm not saying pointing as in a sense of guilt, but pointing that there's more things that have to be answered on this side than there is on this side, in my opinion. And that's really all you got, in all honesty. But I don't know. I know this is a very touchy subject with a lot of people because of the history.
I'm just saying, man, if he hung back with her, let's say he wasn't with her. You're talking about, and I'm going to use this for a better lack of words. No, just kidding. You know,
Smart man.
All I'm going to say is there was 2,000 people there. You know what I mean? That's what they were saying. I mean, I don't know an exact number, whatever. I'm just going to say 2 grand. Nobody saw him. Not one person saw him walking around the island from 4 to 6. There's nobody that can say they saw him. He had to know other people there. He was getting a ride back. So I'm sure anybody would have gave him a ride back. They're going to leave the poor dude stranded on the island. You know what I'm saying? But not one person saw him. I find that hard to believe.
I'm with you.
You know, and, you know, I don't know. And Miss Barney, the towboat was Warren's boat, and his GPS brings him back to the island. So there you go. Warren went back to the island. Not Warren, Bart.
Bart.
So you didn't see Nolan, Bart? He's your friend.
Bingo.
Bart's going back to the island, so you didn't look for him? That seems kind of funny to me, too.
I think Katie and the friends are both telling the truth. I think that both truths can be true at the same time. That's what I think.
Yeah, and here's the other thing.
They leave at 4:30. She leaves at 5:30, but he's spotted at 6. Then both sides can be telling the truth. Maybe he planned on staying back and that with Katie. That's what he tells the friends, but he never makes it back with her because either he just gets caught up doing something else or she leaves and he misses her.
Well, and then that's the thing. He was walking towards the boat because they were trying to talk to him.
Right.
And she stayed back, and she said the last time I saw him was walking towards the boat. So she probably turned around and went somewhere else.
They could have gotten separated, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she was just like, all right, he's going on the boat. See you later. And she just left and went wherever. And by the time he got out looking, trying to find her again, gone. See you later, goodbye. But now I want to know, Bart went back to the island. You didn't run into him? You didn't see him? I mean, I know it's a big island, but who knows what happened after? You know what I mean? Who knows what happened to him after, they left and he, and I don't know what time Bart ended up going back to the island. I don't know what time, how long everything took with them to get the boat going and drained and on their way back. So, do we know what time they came back to land? Do we remember?
I
'Cause
don't.
I know it's like an hour ride in.
It would have been around 6:30.
Yeah. So, I'm sure they didn't, and I'm sure they didn't go slow either. They were humping because the water's still coming in. But
Where did we hear that Bart was never there? He was back in Wyoming or wherever the hell he was playing football.
huh?
Yeah, yeah. Where did
Bart
we
wasn't
hear
where?
that Bart was not there at the beginning when this started to come out before all this was brought out?
Well,
that-
maybe he wasn't.
That he said that he wasn't there, but then later the only reason they put him there at the beginning was because supposedly, and this is supposedly, that his name was on the call in of when they call the Cito. When
Yeah,
they
'cause
called the
they-
Cito, that's how they got his name, and everybody said, well, then he had. That's what we thought. That's what we thought, or I thought. Why it was me saying, yeah, it had to be Bart that made the phone call because they had his name as the caller.
Mm.
But in reality, it was Wyatt. And at the beginning, that I heard this in the thing, and I don't know if anybody here in the chat has heard that, but that he was never even in on the island, and he wasn't even in, like, basically he wasn't even in town. But when that surfaced up and came out that his name was listed as the caller, well, then that kind of like shot that theory out.
Right. And then he wasn't the caller.
Right.
And he was just
So
towing them.
why would and
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
trying to navigate through a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
this stuff. Why?
Oh, Bart
Because-
wasn't in the pool party.
Correct. Well,
So, but that I don't even care about the pool party. That was
Yeah, I
a
don't
week
give a shit
before.
about the pool party.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't. Not being rude, April. I just thought that means nothing to me. But yeah, obviously Bart was there on the boat because they're yelling to him. I mean, is that fake too? I mean, you know what I mean? Like they're telling him, Bart, get in the water.
Yeah, so here you go. Ebony says Bart posted on his social. Welcome in, Ebony. Bart posted on his social media that he was in Wyoming over the 4th of July weekend. I knew I heard it somewhere.
Don't know.
So,
that's a lie, though, ain't it?
but it would be a lie if he said that. I don't know if he did. I'm just saying I heard that he said that it came out that he had said, I don't know where I heard it. I know it was on our lives, but I had heard that what was said was that he wasn't even in town. And now, like Ebony's now saying that he posted on a social media, so I guess if he still has it active he still has it not private.
What's Bart's last name again?
Bart
Edmondson.
Edmondson.
yeah,
That's right, Edmondson. Yep.
Thank you, appreciate that. Bart's name came out after the sinking call, yes. But that's what I'm saying. They at the beginning it was said that from Bart. Now this is what I heard. I can't confirm it, but Ebony's now saying she saw it or read it on his social media. You follow me? I'm just kind of a little bit, Saz says he was there because Warren asked him to take him at his. No, I'm not saying, Saz, that he wasn't there. I'm saying at the beginning, I had heard on our live that it was stated that Bart wasn't in town. He wasn't there. Like, why are you putting me in this? I wasn't even in town. That type of thing. And now I'm asking that question because I know I heard it somewhere. Has anybody else heard that, or is it just me and Ebony?
No, I remember hearing it. I'm trying to remember who said it. I want to say it was his mother or something that said that he was in town for that weekend.
All right, so the one report, the one report that I'm reading now, let me just see. Latino, and this is Bart's lawyer.
Yes.
Latino also flatly denies the notion that Bart killed Nolan or contributed to his death in any way. His lawyer says Bart helped the boat in distress and has fully cooperated with the investigators. If he wasn't in town, his lawyer's not coming out and say he helped. So that whole Wyoming thing, I'm throwing that out right now. Yeah, that's a line of crap. So
say that again to me, please.
I said that's a line of crap.
No, say that before. I'm not saying. I'm saying.
No, I know. You want me to read it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Latino also flatly denies the notion that Bart killed Nolan or contributed to his death in any way. His lawyer says Bart helped the boat in distress and has fully cooperated with the investigators.
That's his attorney. Then
if his attorney's saying that, then goodbye to Wyoming. That's gone. Because if his lawyer says that and ends up that he wasn't here, then his lawyer is going to jail too. You know what I'm saying?
No. Absolutely.
No way. He was here.
Well, that would be like the other attorneys for the other boys that said the same thing. You know, he said none of them took the lie detector, other than one kid and one girl, one boy and one girl.
Yep.
And yet Tatum said that all of them took it, but one.
Right.
One boy
and
was born.
He boat in distress, and he fully cooperated with investigators, providing access to his boat, his GPS, and his phone. And he now plans to sue people spreading what the family calls wholly fabricated claims. So they had his phone. Hey, there's only one phone they've never seen yet.
Nolan's.
That's it. The parents
they got it. They just turned it over. I read.
Because they were not giving it to him.
But they weren't. Yeah, they didn't get it. They just turned it over today, if I'm not mistaken. When I read it earlier, they did, but they hadn't up to that point. And the question was, why in the hell are you holding onto the phone?
Because they probably found somebody to go through the phone and see what they could reclaim from whatever was deleted. So that's probably what they did to see text messages, emails, whatever, phone calls, whatever.
Right.
I mean, technically, if it wasn't his plan and they were paying his, the phone on their plan, they have all access.
Absolutely.
So they can go right to AT&T, T-Mobile, whatever, and be like, hey, can you get me all these files back from that?
Yeah,
or they
absolutely.
can go to Apple, whatever phone he had.
You're exactly right.
Hey, they may already know. If something was going down and, something on his phone, they could already have it back and they could already know something. And they'd just be putting together a case or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, again, fucking, it's Nancy Guthrie Jr. here. You know what I mean? It's just like, just another case of dude's unalived, and what do we know? He was unalived and nothing. And we have, 3,000 people that could be involved.
I mean, seriously, it just to me, I just don't know. I mean, let's be honest. There's probably less on one hand, maybe, of African American that we saw out there.
Mm-hmm.
Less than one hand of amount of people that we saw.
And that's like saying, like, dude, that you're on an island. I gather it's a big island. But you're on an island. You're not in New York City where there's 15 million people.
Right.
Nobody saw him from 4 to 6.
No one saw him sticking out like a sore thumb.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just be honest.
No, I know. It's just like, what the hell, man? I mean, obviously, hey, maybe he went somewhere and he found, a quiet corner and sat there. I don't know, but I just find it hard to believe that nobody's seen him.
I find it hard to believe as well, to be honest.
Yeah, and who knows? I was, what I was thinking a little bit ago. Remember that photo I showed you guys? It was a while ago. It was him. It was him in the water arguing. Remember, he got into that little scuffle in the water.
Right.
We don't know who that scuffle was with.
Right.
So let's say he stayed back, and let's say they ran into each other, and let's say that scuffle happened again, and let's say that person that he got into a scuffle with. I mean, I haven't heard too many people mention that. Maybe that's a possibility.
Sure.
I'd love to know who the person he got into the scuffle with. I'm sure they already know. I mean, that was in the middle of 500 people.
Right.
You could watch. Hello, how you doing? You could reach out and touch them, so they know who it was.
But no one's saying nothing.
No, it's unfortunately, dude. It's these days, guys. It's these days. Nobody wants to be involved with nothing. Nobody wants to go to court. Nobody wants to go have to fill out those damn 18 pages. I need you to fill out this quick paperwork. Yeah, it's 19 pages of
just write your statement.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that, man.
Nobody wants to be involved in this case because they all live in that little. I should say all.
Yeah, they're all.
Most of them live in that little ocean.
I'm sure 90% of them live in that little area.
Yeah. So no one's gonna be like, I'm not going out there. I'm not saying anything.
No,
I get it. I understand. I get it.
But I'd have been gone too. I'd have been like, see ya. I don't want to be involved. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. I mean, that's just. Again, it is. It's Nancy Jr. It is. I'm sorry. I mean,
it definitely is. I mean,
again, when it, I don't even know. I just, again, it's. I feel bad for Nolan. Again, I mean, Nolan. He's nothing.
It's just, yeah. I mean, and unfortunately, when you're investigating this, you have to be willing. And I'm not saying this Ledbetter, the sheriff. I'm not saying he's not willing. I'm saying you have to be willing to call it for what it is. If in other words, you got to investigate it in everybody that. I mean, supposedly they gave so many names. Bart gave so many names of the people that were there.
Yeah, he gave a list, right?
Okay. He gave a list of like 20 people. So, we don't know if they talked to those 20, but. If I'm going to give a list, I tell you what, I'm going to give a list of the 20 people I know very damn well because I know they didn't see me. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean.
But I want to, what I want to know is they left the docks going to Horn Island with 3 boats. Have we determined if the third boat does it have anything to do with Bart, or is he a 4th boat?
He was one of the 3.
Because there was Warren, Wyatt, and who's the other kid?
Morgan.
The other boat, Morgan?
No, but Bart was supposed to be the 3rd boat. I don't think Warren had his own boat. Wyatt had his own boat, and Bart had his own boat.
Oh, because they did say that I did hear that they said that Warren's mom let them take the boat. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think Bart was the 3rd boat.
No, I think Bart was just there,
I think Bart he was either there or showed up.
That's what I'm thinking.
So Bart was boat X.
Yes.
Yeah, Bart. Yes.
Yes, because they said that the mom let him take the boat because normally she would go to the judge would normally go to the 4th of July out there all the time.
Because we were asking before. Remember, we were like. I was asking you, why the hell wasn't Warren on his boat?
Right. No, I remember you asking that.
Right. Why was Warren on Wyatt's boat? Or is that why it was Wyatt's boat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Why was Warren on Wyatt's boat? But maybe he was on his boat to help him. Okay, so great. So now you have Wyatt, Warren, and supposedly Bart on
Right.
Wyatt's boat. Bart helping them out. Blah blah blah. So now Bart's boat is pulling Wyatt's boat. So where is Warren's boat? And
That would
then
be with Jax, because Jax is his brother.
okay, so where's Jackson? All this?
Well, that's now what I'm hearing is that the word is that he's the one that got in a fight with.
Okay,
Now I don't know if that's true.
So-
That's just speculation, but that's what I've heard
Yeah.
on different streams.
so now where is their boat? You know, I'm sure the police have already been to that boat because I mean, hey, that could be a crime scene.
Well, you got to remember the attorneys of these young men stated when they were asked by Nancy Grace, did the LE law enforcement run their dogs on the boats? And he said, not to my knowledge. And she said, how could they not run the dogs? And he said, hey, not to my knowledge. I mean, they. And then everybody said, well, Crump turned it down. Crump can't give orders of
No.
anybody searching someone else's boat.
No.
I mean, let's be realistic here.
Talk
You
about
know, that's not how
I
it
mean,
works.
whatever.
And yet, you know, the attorney said that. The attorneys of those boys said, not to my knowledge, but they can
See-
do it anytime they want.
and here's my theory on Crump. The only reason that he is there, he's not a criminal. He's nothing. All he is, I mean, listen, he's good at what he does. No, don't get me wrong. He's good at what he does. But he's only there to rile everybody up and get on and yell with his speeches and help the family. But me, because he's not cheap. I can tell you that. He's not cheap.
Oh no.
My money would go to the top biggest lawyer that I could find. I wouldn't be spending it on him to yell at people. I think probably what she thought was, hey, if we bring him in, people are going to start singing and yelling. Oh, they don't want to deal with that. I'd have been paying my thousands to an actual criminal lawyer
Absolutely.
that has a team of investigators because that's what they have, right? They have private investigators.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
you know, and then, I mean, I still don't. The thing that doesn't compute in my brain, even though my brain is small, why you would allow your freaking kid to talk to Tatum? What is wrong with these people? Why would you allow your kids to sit there and get questioned by Crump? And as we saw in Warren's interview, things were off. So I don't get it. And your mother, Warren, your mother is a lawyer. I mean, a judge. How do you let your son talk to this guy? And then,
Well, here's
why
the
are
thing.
you cleaning somebody
here-
else's boat?
Hey, they asked if I think I'm gonna go on a limb here. I think it was Nancy Grace that asked Officer Tatum, how did he get involved in the case? And he said
Mhm.
that the mom of Warren, the judge, the mom and her people contacted his people. And that she contacted his people, and that he was vetted by the family, and that's why he ended up coming down for this.
Well,
So,
she made a mistake.
yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, because absolutely, that's exactly what he said.
And I'm sorry.
Their people reached out to us. We went ahead and were vetted, and then we came down there and did the interviews.
There ain't no way in hell. He wouldn't have been
That's
anywhere.
insane.
He wouldn't have been in my city. He wouldn't have been in my state. Dude.
Ebony says, if criminal charges are filed, the family will have to get a criminal attorney. Right now, they only have the option of a civil lawsuit. Crump is no, absolutely, Ebony. Crump is a civil attorney without a doubt.
Yeah,
But-
that's it.
And he does have other people with him, that are more on the criminal end. It's just, I think what we're saying is, they could have had him there and I think they kind of really do, because he does have other attorneys that, as a matter of fact, he has that Caucasian man, he's a prior law enforcement investigator.
Right.
That's working with him. But he does have other people for to come in, because he can't do that, because that's not his role.
Right. No, I understand he does. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
He's very good at what he does. But in this case, he does nothing for them. He hasn't, I don't think he's right now. I mean, I know it's still, how long are we in now? Is it a month now?
Yeah, about a month.
About a month. I just, I don't think so. I mean, they have a lawyer now. I don't know who he is. Don't they? They have one or two.
They got three.
They got three. I don't know. Like
I'd say that three. They got the guy that worked for law enforcement. I think he's a Caucasian guy.
And then
guys are, I think, maybe two.
Yeah, Captain Polsek.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about Crump's people. As far as the other ones, they got
I'm talking about the family, Nolan's mother and father.
They got two that we know of.
See, I'd have been like, listen here, I need Johnny Cochran. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I need everybody.
Especially on Tyler Perry's dime.
Yeah. I mean, look at, I don't know. I'm
Perry's paying all the legal fees, so.
Yeah, I'm proud he's helping. I'm proud that
that's a good thing.
Kaepernick helped out with the funeral and shit like that too. Because I mean, this is
absolutely
this is incredible, man. I mean, yeah. We're looking at another whole Guthrie case here. Like everybody involved. I mean,
honestly, guys, I told you a while back. I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to be literally, obviously, they're going to say a drowning, and they're going to say the underlining was the alcohol.
Right, because I mean, it's like they don't have any evidence.
Well, no one's saying anything.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I still have a slight feeling that maybe if anything else big comes out to the news, something like, whoa, really? And I just have a feeling somebody may crack and just be like, all right, look, I don't want to go to jail. This is what happened. You know what I mean? I
just wonder why Katie's brother-in-law and her sister that she supposedly went back with, why haven't they come out? Why did the mom and the daughter come out when, in fact, the sister and the brother-in-law are the ones that took her back? Why didn't they say anything like, no, we were with Katie, or no, we saw Katie out there. I didn't see her with anybody, or no, yeah, she was with that one guy. She was talking to, you know what I'm saying? How did they not know?
Oh no.
I mean, you would think a sister and a brother-in-law who she went back with, they had to see at the very beginning when those friends got there, Nolan and his friends got there, and they saw Katie go, like talking to him. They had to have noticed she was talking to her, right? You would almost think that'd be common sense. That'd be common sense to see. Yeah, where's my sister? Oh, she's over there. Who should talk to? I'm not sure. Oh, I think that's that one. I mean, it's common sense.
Is that right? Devil Dog over there talking to?
No, that wouldn't happen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
The Devil Dog's got his own 6 pups going on. So. But seriously, though, you know what I'm saying? You would think that they would have seen that. So what I find kind of interesting is, why didn't they come out and say, yeah, we saw her, when Katie came to their boat for them to leave? Mm-hmm. Why didn't she say, wasn't there a conversation like, hey, who was that guy you were talking to? Oh, that was so-and-so. What happened to him? Oh, he had to go back with his friends. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's just common sense that conversation is going to happen.
Or at least there's a phone call. Where are you? I haven't seen you in a couple hours.
But not the fact that she's not. I mean, I'll give her the credit that she's at least sticking to what she's been saying. Mm-hmm. Other than the fact that she said she saw him on the boat, and then she changed it to, I saw him going towards the boat. I assume he was getting on the boat, but she didn't change that. That's what her sister her other sister, and the mom said. That's not what she said. If you catch that, she has never once said that she. Oh, I guess there was a text, right? There was a text supposedly from Katie that said that something like I saw him going towards the boat or something like that, and they were like, "See, she admitted to it." No, she didn't admit to anything. She confirmed it. She confirmed it. She didn't confirm that. She just confirmed that she didn't see him on your boat. That's a far cry from he wasn't on the boat. You know what I'm saying? She just confirmed that. No, she confirmed that, not that she was with him. That's what it is. Yeah. That's interesting, man. Ebony says, if criminal, yeah, we got that one. Dennis, Crump is good, but isn't in the same league as Sharpton was at his peak. That's true, Dennis.
No, Al Sharpton, man, come on.
That is true. Al Sharpton.
I'm not sure there was anybody better than him. I mean,
maybe Johnny Cochran. I mean, on the more legit side, if there is such a thing, the guy took Tawana Brawley, went after New York City officers and attorneys by name and turned them into a 30-year career. Well said. Blue Eyes, I need a nap. Marianne, for once, I don't have anything to say because this case is really mystery. I am waiting for Scooby-Doo to help me on with it. April says Sharpton is in the background, in my opinion, with Crump. He is. He was there. He was there with. You're right. He was there with Crump and the other guys. But I think he was doing wasn't he doing the eulogy? Did he do the eulogy?
He was
Sharpton.
He was there for it, yeah.
No, didn't he's the one that did the eulogy because people were saying, why is he doing it? He didn't even know the family.
I think he did do a big chunk.
Did? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Has his own show. Yes, he does. Marianne, left out Melody. Doug, are you still with us? Doug's been in here.
I hear.
We've been relying on Doug. Barney, Dennis, Sharpton recreated the mold and the position that Crump wants to now fill. You're right about that, Dennis. KB, maybe Nolan went back, found the girl gone, and hitched a ride back with a pervert who unalived him. I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible. Because something had to get him on that water. Something had to put him in the water. Because that's really the main thing is how did they find him in the water? Why did they find him in the water? So something had to put him in the water or got him to go to the water. How he got inside the water is a different story. But there's only one way you're going to be. Either you're going to swim, which I highly doubt he was taking a stroll swimming. I think he was probably more worried about how he was going to get back once Katie left. You know, but then again, Katie's saying he wasn't with her, so did it even matter that Katie left because he wasn't with her anyway, according to her? The other strange anomaly that I could throw out there that's really out there, man, and I don't even want to say it, but the people that are not talking about the two individuals that are not corroborating anything with Katie. Was Bart a friend of the family? Was somebody not happy about the conversation? You follow where I'm going or no?
I get you.
Is it possible that somebody? If it was me, I would have got away with it clean as can be.
Hey, look at right now. At this point, anything's on the table. Anything at all.
I mean, seriously, could it have been that they were not happy because Bart was actually the golden boy, and there was words, and I mean, is that why you're not hearing anything from Katie? Maybe
could be.
I mean, you're not hearing anything from her saying anything. That's why the mom and the sister had to come back and say, she said that she didn't see them. She didn't see him on the boat. she thought he was going to get on the boat. But in reality, is that just because that's the way to kind of leave it in limbo? I mean, it makes sense to me. Because I don't know why her brother-in-law, and that was her brother-in-law, it wasn't even a brother, her brother-in-law and her sister, why did they cooperate anything? They were there. Guys, I mean, we could be looking at all this wrong. Maybe it was, maybe Bart came back and those two were boys, and I mean,
It could have been somebody that's not related to Katie, that's not related to the friends, and
Sure.
not related to Bart. It could be one of the other 1,900 people on that island.
right. That is
Just
true.
saying.
That's true. You got 19 people that are potential suspects, person of interest.
Everybody could be telling the truth, and it's one of the other 1,900 people that were on that island that day.
April said he did it, and that started the race talk. Lord, very possible.
Just a thought. I mean, it is possible.
Buttercups, hey Jody, woo, hello, welcome in, Buttercups. I agree, Chris.
Bart's after everybody, huh?
He's going after everybody, but I mean,
Yes, he is. He's going after Lee, whatever the hell her name is.
yeah, he's going after a lot of people because I think he thinks that this is going.
They want to go after the big boys.
Well, I think one of the reasons is because they probably feel like this is going to tarnish his chances in the NFL.
Well, his game the other day wasn't well. But yeah, no, I guess this girl, Kimberly, whatever.
Can you put her up there and I'll bring
she's
her
a
up?
model. I guess she was putting stuff out on the internet, like doxed him, put out his address.
Oh,
and
really?
everything. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This one?
Yeah, it's down there. That's her there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it just says after he lawyered up, blah, 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 the 18-year-old strange his parents obtained a 5-page legal letter on Thursday, July 30th, sent to online model Kimbra Lee. Lawyer Russell Latino sent the cease and desist letter to Lee on Wednesday, claiming she has made false and defamatory statements about his client, including that Edmonston Jr. helped cause Wells' death and was part of a cover-up. The letter also claimed Lee published Edmonston Jr.'s personal information, including his address. Latino, who has reportedly given Lee, is it Lee or Lie? Lee? Whatever. 5 business days to comply, is requesting the social media personality make her posts private but not delete them because they could be used as potential evidence. And he wants her to say, a big apology. And so, yeah.
Click
And
that
then-
like, everybody, and subscribe. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
that's aggressive. Yeah, she doesn't look like a Lee to me.
she doesn't look like a model to me.
Kimbra
Where's
Lee.
that picture? Hold on. I just had I had a good picture of Bart and Nolan together. Not that one. It was a different one. Oh, it's down here, I think. Yeah, right there. Now, these are all the boats. Is
That's
that
Bart?
the day? Yeah,
That's Bart?
I think so.
That's
No, that
Bart
was
in
Bart.
high school, yes.
Yeah, that's when I put in this to look for stuff. Now this says 3 years ago, but it doesn't look like 3 years ago though. But who knows?
Nolan looks the same.
But yeah, but there's the boats. I mean, is this? Oh, that's why it was 3. I don't know what the hell this is all about. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It's just everything's odd now.
No, it really is, man. It really, truly is. I mean, once you trying to parse this out, it's you know, it's difficult, and that's what makes things take a long time. I mean, you know, honestly, that could be another reason why you see literally, the Nancy Guthrie case taking a long time. There's just a lot of back and forth, and a lot of, for a better lack of words, missteps, and I think there was some missteps here. So yeah, I mean,
This fucking wig nut.
April says, yeah, Shapiro is between a lawyer and an activist, in my opinion. That's what opened up the racecraft. To see April, he always does. Jody, Emily, Buttercups, I agree, Chris. So I think it's fair to say we just don't have
Nothing.
just don't have anything that's even a little bit to be able to go either which way. And that's probably literally, I mean, other than obviously our opinions, and our opinions do matter. So, hey, do I think honestly that he did this or not? I don't know. I can't say, but I find it that there's a lot of things that need to be. There's a lot more things pointing that direction than on the other direction, I guess is the best way to put it, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because some of these things just doesn't add up, and maybe that's because there's also more players on the defense. There's more players as far as friends of Nolan than there's only one guy as the victim. You know what I mean? So that could be also why we're hearing a lot of things like that. Marianne, did you hear that grandfather was charged with the two kids who fell off the boat? Not sure.
Not sure what that means.
I don't either. Awesome, Bruce. Marianne. Okay, Didi, what did you do to Chris? I didn't do anything. What makes you think I did anything to Didi? To Chris? Hell. I didn't do anything to Chris.
You hit the wrong button again, I think.
Oh, he always hits the wrong button. He always
Yeah,
hits
that's
the wrong
enough of these
button.
guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Butter kept agreeing with him, but he wasn't saying anything.
I don't know what. I just, like everything, we need to wait on the science, stop rushing judgment, and wait until the rest of the facts come
That's
out.
all we can do, man. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
Like every other case we're looking into.
God, you're not only kidding. You're not only kidding. Make sure if you're not subscribed to the channels, please subscribe to the channels. These are awesome people to subscribe to. Doug, Analyze Doug, Chris, Let's Talk with Chris, Double Dog, _88, and any other ones that you see on this track. You probably want to subscribe to them. Small channels, but they are growing, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, I find it very very interesting as to what I'm seeing. And like I said, I'm just trying to use the knowledge from my background to see like what's making sense. And I'm telling you, the message could be loud and clear. Well, could be a lot more clear if the brother-in-law and the sister would have come forward. But I'm telling you, I bet they're scared as heck too. I don't even know what the brother-in-law looks like.
Right.
I think local law enforcement took Chris out. We know how those local police officers do things. That's a good point, Dennis. To see, but I am here in Ohio, so there's no way it was me. To see, good night, Carol. Good night, to see. Bruce. So, Doug, Didi, I'm going back home to the Philippines, so I'll catch your all 5 p.m. afternoon show. You got it. Where are you at now, Bruce, if you don't mind asking?
Safe trip, Bruce.
Love you, Carol. Love everyone here. Great to have you, my friend.
Say he said Seattle. I think he's
Is
in
it
Seattle.
Seattle?
I think
Awesome.
so. I could be wrong, but I think that's what he said.
There it is. There's the link. Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know he was. I thought he was in Philippines.
Yes, I remembered right.
There you go. Thank you.
No, he's in Washington, Seattle, or somewhere over there.
Wait a minute, huh? Yeah, he's definitely not Seattle. He's in Washington. Chris,
Yes.
are you pulling my chain?
What?
Isn't Seattle in Washington?
Yeah. Seattle. Yes.
All right. You got me confused for a second there.
What Dee did to me, put me on a timeout and then
I
kicked
did
me
not
right
do
out.
that. Stop telling those lies, Chris.
Yes, he did, April. April, Marianne,
I
Melly,
did not
Miss
put him
Bonnie.
on the timeout.
No, not even
Hey,
only didn't he didn't even put
I
me
go
on.
into Chris's chat and Chris doesn't. I say hello to Chris, and Chris don't even say freaking hi to me, man.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't look at my chat at all.
Of course.
I don't.
I
That's
know
why I
you
have
don't.
mods.
You be safe, Bruce, when you go back, my friend.
Yeah, I will be. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Absolutely.
How long is it going to
Whatever.
take you to swim home?
Well, if
2-3
I was
weeks
to
or
swim there, if I swim there, it would probably take me forever. Probably the rest of my life.
Hey, Chris. Marianne said, Chris, ask DD what he did to you.
Yeah.
What did I do to him?
He put me in a
Put him off
timeout and
the
then he
chair.
threw me out. He said, "Get out of here, you useless little."
I didn't say that. I don't say
those-
that to people I like, man. I don't say that.
Yeah.
Well, so
Maybe
what does
people
that tell
that I
you? He
don't
really
like.
doesn't.
There's We Investigates wants to come in. There you go, my
Okay,
friend.
Boy,
What's
but
up?
boy,
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
didn't this night just get better?
Dude, I emailed a whole bunch to YouTube. You know what? Your channel didn't come up. You were one of the first ones when I was on Justin's. One of the first ones when you guys, accepted me in your thing. I followed your channel first. You were the first one I followed over there. All right. The second person I followed was 857, but you were the first one that I followed from anybody. And I'm not getting none of those things. So I sent them like 4 things saying, listen, this is a complete, nonsense, man. Please, what the heck is going on? I've done like people said, resub it back. Hit the bell, for all notifications, and it still has it.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Tucci.
I felt bad, but I didn't go.
You feel bad? What?
No, I felt bad because I would have loved to have gone on, supported his chat. I came in late when I woke up early in the morning, and they were only on for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes at the most. After that, Wayne had been up all night.
All night long. I was like
So-
Lionel Richie, man. I was like Lionel Richie. I was all night long.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Oh, Lionel Richie.
Tucci, what's rude? Tell
That's
me what's
rude,
rude,
Chris.
Tucci.
Other chats are like that also.
Yeah.
Oh, that you're not acknowledging Bruce.
Oh, well, sorry.
I'm not allowed, what?
I don't know.
So I was gonna ask you, how do you like my? I had the interior decorator come over and rearrange my room. We'll see.
I like
Sure,
that.
sure
I
you
like
did.
that.
Yes, that looks lovely. I'm sure. How long did it take you to change the background?
I did not long at all. Actually,
Yeah, there you go.
all I had to do was download that and then upload it, and then bam, it's done.
Oh, can you do me a favor? That new window that you had, the interior, can you walk over to that?
I can actually. Hold on, give me just 1 second, bud. I'll walk right over to it. Here we go. Anyway,
Yeah.
Who says,
Sure.
yes,
Here,
it's
what?
called a
What now?
silent- It's called a silent drowning.
I don't know. Did you guys hear about the remains that they found the other day?
No, I said,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, they said no to
no,
Nancy.
Nancy.
No, they were there for a long while. So
Wow.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
I did hear
I
about
think
him.
you
Heard
know,
that part.
I think it's something. They're starting to come down to what is it, the back of her house or something? I
Oh, the
think
walk.
that's what it was. One of the roads that what's the road down there that goes down there?
Her road, Nancy's road.
Not Nancy's road. What's the one? It's some kind of paved road or something.
River Road.
Marcus was
River Road?
driving on it.
Probably
River
I think it
Road.
might be. Yeah,
What about it?
one of those gravel roads, man. He was walking. I was watching him yesterday. He was driving down it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he was even over by the house yesterday, you guys. He was
Yeah,
there.
he was
He was there until it got dark. Left, and then he ended up going back again.
He was
Yeah.
not afraid. He's not afraid out there for whatever reason.
No,
Very
but
possible, Jody.
There's
Very
nothing for
possible.
him to be afraid about.
I mean, there is
He's
some
doing it.
things for him to be afraid about. People actually got violently arrested and
Oh, did you see the guy last night?
and everything else.
He
So
was there late
a little
last
bit
night.
of
Utility path. Says
Did you
Mark.
see the guy last night?
utility.
Yeah,
JLR
utility
and
road.
him?
That's right.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh no, I seen he was really skinny and homeless and stuff. I saw that part of it, but I didn't see.
Yeah,
too.
he's like a lunatic. That guy. JLR was talking about him,
Right.
and then do you remember the night that they were over there and that drunk guy drove up in the truck and he had the pictures of Nancy in the car on his phone?
Which
Do you remember
one?
that
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. I do. He went to jail, right?
Yeah, but he got out, and then now he's on the run. He's wanted for some other stuff, but he ran. Now he's on the run. He's a fugitive now.
What did he run for?
Whatever the other cases were. I don't think I just got to the channel as he was.
Said he smelled like weed. He was smoking a little weed.
What I thought I heard one was it not assault, breaking and entering, theft stuff, and whatever the hell else he was reading, which I missed.
He didn't have good English, and he had Nancy on his phone, and he
Yeah.
to the phone and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the guy last night, I think JLR, I think got his name, and then when he looked it up, the guy had like all kinds of like a hatchet attack or something. And
Yeah. I'm like, what was it? Yeah, it was wasn't it a hat? What was it?
Cleaver.
A cleaver.
A cleaver attack.
Yeah.
Cleaver the
attack,
beaver.
Only JLR, dude.
Yeah.
He come
Well,
on.
it was him and what's his face?
Him and Mark's.
Mark.
But-
Mark the Shark.
Yeah.
If that guy's been out on the street if that guy's been out on the street and stuff, after all that kind of stuff happened, if he's been out on the street for a long time, I mean, he could be far gone already. All right. If he's far gone with trying to take out his kid, that's what it sounds like. I mean, something's wrong with the guy. Obviously, you just don't go up into a neighborhood like that and just set your big bag down and just sit down there and somebody's, he was in the trees, Mark said, too. After he had went back to the QT store, he flew over, and one of his mods said that that they spotted him in the trees. So he's doing whatever.
Yeah, and then
It's crazy.
oh shit! Now I forget what I was gonna say. Oh no! But then at the beginning, when JLR drove by him and saw him, I guess I don't know. Did he thumb? Was he thumbing for a ride or something? Because most of the chat was like, "Pick him up, give him a ride." They wanted him to pick him up. I'm like, that would have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'd have been chopped liver, my friend.
Yeah.
But he disappeared. Did you see that, guys? He was
He
standing.
disappeared.
He just disappeared. He was just
He
gone.
disappeared into the bushes, is what he did.
Yeah. Yep. He just gone. JLR.
He was on the
turned around.
ground and bombed. He was gone.
He just left.
To go to a transfer portal or something.
I wish I
No,
could
I
have
think-
one of those. Just
Yeah,
like I'd be
that would
sitting here, just like right now, just sitting here and be like, you know what? Bacon, eggs, potato, and milk. Just hit the button. Dee Dee's house. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, I know
I
exactly.
would love that. And then just
Right.
end up in Dee Dee's yard, and then just knock on the door.
the beautiful beaches. Hit that, boom! I'm already there.
And that's what I'm saying. The first thing I would say when I walked in that house is, "Get off the table. Get off the table." You know,
get the hell get off the chat, man. It's time to eat your bacon and eat your potato
better
sandwich.
share next time. So yeah, so everything's fizzing out. All the good possibilities of maybe bones found ain't no good.
Tell me about yesterday. What did I give it, a 0.05% chance?
Yeah, no, I mean it's. I again, I don't believe she's in Arizona. So if
Thank you, Terry.
unless she
Appreciate
washed,
that.
unless she came down the wash from like a few hundred miles away, I really don't think she's there. But
Well, how long was the people in the house for? You guys? How long was it?
I'd say 16 minutes. A lot of
You
people
said they
think
were.
it says 41 minutes or something, but I don't know. I don't.
that's from the time the camera was ripped off until the time her pacemaker disconnected. Is that 40-something minutes?
Right.
But the
But that
motion
don't mean that she was there. That they were there in there.
exactly the motion detected on camera, I believe, was in the house at 2:12, and her pacemaker disconnected at 2:28. Therefore, I feel like they were in the house for 16 minutes. That's in my opinion, allegedly, and all
I'm
that.
sorry, I'm not hanging around.
The 41 minutes is the initial appearance of the porch guy to the time where he sees him on camera to the time that her pacemaker disconnects.
Yep.
And in
Yep.
between is when the camera got ripped off at 148 or 58.
And maybe that was the plan.
Yeah, well, I think he had to have time to get that camera off, go around, destroy the lights, get everything propped open, get in the house, get everything propped open, make his way through the house, from the kitchen, make his way around down through there and then into her bedroom, get her up, get her out, get her to the door, and then she put up a fight right there at the front door. He bam, real quick, scooped her up, which kept her from bleeding all over the place, and then they were out of there, dude. Went through her in the trunk, is what I believe, and they were gone.
How many people? There you go, Army vet.
Oh,
how many people you think are involved in this?
All the way involved. All the way involved or at the house.
I'm going with 3.
3 at the house.
I'm saying the porch guy and 2 inside. You're not going to have a house full of people. Sorry.
No, I say the porch guy, another guy to help in the house, and a driver is what I say. And then there's more people behind the scenes, like writing. Well, I don't even want to say who's behind the scenes writing the notes and all that shit, but they knew Nancy. Well, I'll just put it that way.
Oh, but without a doubt, they knew Nancy.
They knew her. They knew she didn't have a subscription. And they were probably part of the reason why she didn't have a subscription. On and on, there's plenty of evidence that says who that is and who did it. Otherwise, we're just out here just like, let's make up some shit until they charge them.
Hey, you're in Georgia, right?
I am in Georgia, West Central.
What the hell kind of police do you have in Georgia? They are abusing the flock camera system.
Military police, right here, bud.
They got. Did you hear about them? The Georgia police. They're getting fired for abusing the flock camera.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
What's the Army vet?
Everyone, everybody.
What's going on with your Army vet, man?
Pause. Oh, good. I remember I just got off panel with Pretty Them interviewing Annie and Tommaso's neighbor.
I saw you. I saw you on there, bro.
Now look what this is what I was doing.
Okay.
I was asking redirecting questions to figure stuff out. And I found a lot out.
Okay.
I found out that when the FBI came to his house, they checked his camera footage from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. That question told me Annie and Tommaso's internet was on at the exact same time. You get what I'm saying? So now I know I can monitor them. So I was asking a lot of questions. He has the same security system as Nancy had. Not that whole block is. So he was telling me if his Ring camera will pick up people pulling up to his driveway, they should have picked it up at Nancy's driveway, the Uber. He's saying there's no way. Then he said he has a casita too. He has the same setup as Nancy with the Ring cameras.
Okay.
He said there is no way they did not see what was going on in her backyard. Like, so I was asking leading questions to get him to reveal, which he did. Nancy had the same tech he had. He had sun on the roof. He had on the roof. He knew if her power went off at her house, the camera would still be going. If the power went off at his house, he is saying that is a highly, highly surveilled area. And he said the one thing that skipped everybody that what he was saying was it's attached to a security system, DD. So they should have called the police as soon as he went through the door.
So you say that it's highly right, that it is, but I've heard others say that, like 857 that lives there says that there wasn't really much police going on up there, or up there. We all have seen, like, most of the videos I've seen. There's a lot of weird stuff that's walking around up there.
That neighborhood.
Hell, do you guys remember when Jacob Dad's Gone Live? When a guy was walking, and then he ended up going into somebody's yard, and the guy turned around when he was coming by, turning to go down the street. This guy came out and started filming him, like putting a light and everything into his. If you guys remember that, but this guy was walked into somebody's yard that wasn't even his, and then started recording and then flashing a light at him.
Walked into somebody's yard. Did Jacob prove that wasn't his yard? Yeah. I remember the guy hiding in the bush. I remember the guy hiding in the bush, and then Jacob turned around and came back, and then the guy was gone. But I didn't.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Yeah, but no, there was one guy that actually was filming him. Yeah.
What else did you find out, Army Vet?
It tells me she had a full security system at her house. So if somebody would have come through the door, what do a security system do? Alert the police.
That's an alarm.
That's an alarm, yeah.
So that let me know. And he even said it. I don't know how they don't know. Even he was saying it like, we all have the same thing.
And you're saying that this is the neighbor of T, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had the same system.
Yeah. Solar lights on the top of the building.
Right.
Lights in the backyard. Said same thing.
I think it speaks volume, man. I really do.
Kind of similar.
Solar panel backup system.
I'm thinking.
And he also paid his subscription. Yes. So
she had a free one. She had the free one. She didn't have. Yeah, she had the first 3 months free from January. Yep, she was still on the free version. On the free version
too, but if you come through my front door, my alarm's going to start ticking, and if somebody don't put the code in 15 seconds, it's going to start making a sound, But it's not going to alert the police or anything right now. But here in just a little while, it will. Everybody listening.
Well, that's. I mean,
thanks for telling us. I'll be right over.
Hey, that's awesome, Army Vet. That's crucial information, brother.
Yeah, he did have Ring, and Nancy had Nest on the front door, and then the 2 cameras on the casita was Nest.
But I mean, just because that's really insightful. Because I mean, who else better knows how the system is run than somebody who has the same system?
Right.
There was one in the back. There was one in the back of the house too, aimed towards the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
covered
think
the gate, the pool, and then to the right.
I don't think anybody was getting close enough to the house to know what the heck he had or didn't have.
They had to know what was going on at her house, man.
That only made sense. They would know because there were
cameras around there, and take your chances on you're not going to set something off, dude. You had to know that the shit wasn't, it didn't have a subscription and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean,
inside job.
They paid her. I thought they were handling her finances.
Yeah, well, we don't have evidence one way or another on that, whether they were.
Right. Well, that's what I said. I thought we heard that
Yeah.
they were.
There's a little bit of documents out there where he had power of attorney and then he didn't have power of attorney and that, but not very much. And that was just a matter of buying a house or something. You know, they're
Right.
kind of, you know how you kind of play the system a little bit and flip flop
Right.
things around. I think that's what was
Well,
going on.
I heard today on a live today on somebody's live that apparently he had added Annie to the power of attorney. Right.
I'm pretty sure, Doug, just real quick.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's not power of attorney. Power of attorney for residential for her house. Nothing to do with money.
Right. Well, I
Okay.
was thinking more of like her health, actually, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, that way, if Tommaso had to rush her to the hospital or doctors, they would, because they're always wanting.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my brother have that, to make decisions about my mother, even though she stays with my sister, and my sister's not very,
Oh, I see what you're saying, Chris, about the money, paying the bills and all that for her.
Yeah, because
I got
at
you.
first it was reported that he was the power of attorney for her.
Right.
If anything, it goes to him. But then it was just for the realty part of it.
Got you. That makes
And
sense.
then he
still kind of
added her, Annie,
Right.
to be the main person too, so she could make decision. Because in the beginning it was just him.
Yeah, which didn't make no sense at all.
Well, you know what? It doesn't. But then I'm like, sometimes these older folks, you and we understand.
I damn sure do.
Yeah,
I
they
do.
do this so there isn't an argument with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
how do you choose who's? You know what I'm saying? You and your brother do it, right? So,
Yeah.
sometimes
And we
the
didn't even
older
let my
folks.
sister know. She don't even know. So if we had to make a
Yeah, see-
decision, about her health care or something like that in the hospital,
It doesn't include your sister.
No, it don't include her.
And when this comes out, she's probably going to be mad at you, right?
Well, she don't have any room to be mad, brother. But that's we don't need to go down that road right now.
No, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Those are the things that some of the older folk think about, and it's just
She's
like,
already spent her inheritance, my inheritance, and my brother's inheritance already. So,
well, yeah, never mind.
my mom's still kicking, but she loves her and she's with her. So, we'll give her hats off for that. How about that?
So I mean, it's just
Welcome in, Oleg. Welcome in.
Crazy.
Yeah, well said, Buttercups. Yeah, there is a medical, just for medical. I mean, you can specify exactly what you want, really, in all honesty.
I'm still looking for Groundsky.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking for him. I don't know what happened.
Maybe it's a long vacation.
Doug says we reviewed the
You
document.
got it, April. Thank you for
Yes.
being here. Appreciate
Yeah.
everything you do.
Hey, Army, I heard you clicking off stuff over there, man, about digging in the ground and there being basements and stuff like that. You're throwing good questions at that guy, man. Yeah. I've seen him a bunch of times on JLR's show, man, and he's a good guy and stuff. He's got like problems with his legs and stuff, so prayers out to him because
Ex-military. That's why I went ex-Air Force. So I was like, I need to get him back to where he was, but.
Yeah,
I could tell he was the officer, DD. He was an officer in the Air Force. So as soon as I figured that out, my line of questioning changed.
Right.
Because I know he knows specifics.
Right.
I know he's know that level top. So I went there instead of. So do you know A&T? When the last time you seen him? And plus, I wanted to put him in a relaxed mode, and not concentrate on him. That's why I threw all questions towards Nancy. Till I got one that he could understand and relate to, was setting the time frame. The FBI specifically looked at his camera between 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Well, that's 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., right, Army vet?
Yep.
That was a
means something.
That was a great question to ask him, because now you're getting inside the investigation asking him that question. And I heard you tell him not to get in trouble too.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, and add this into everybody. I said, "Who is your point of contact?" He said, "The FBI." I said, "Did Pima County interview you?" He was like, "No, FBI."
Wow.
Interesting.
FEMA wasn't even there. It was Maricopa County detectives, he said.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Have they done anything over there at A&T's house, or is it everything at their house been the FBI?
I don't know, but boy,
That's
it
a
was
good
it.
one.
I wanted to interview him more, but I had to leave.
Oh, you did. Hey, he's got his
So-
own channel, so we can pop up over there and ask him some
Yeah.
more questions.
So I guess my question to you, Army Vet, when you got done with all those questions, what was your thoughts? What did you come out? What was your conclusion, your synopsis on everything that we had talked about?
His digital evidence will prove either Annie and Tomas, either A&T internet pings were at their house and will confirm their internet was on, or it's going to confirm they were not at home, or there's going to confirm that they made calls out and in because they were searching his internet. If his internet is on, theirs is on.
Most likely.
Now I can dive into their router, their phone. I can get everything. So that tells me the internet in his area was on and A&T's internet was on. So if there were any calls coming from the other house at Nancy's, I should be able to bounce the IP addresses and phones and conversations from her house that night from the last 50 days at their house since their internet wasn't off. So I would know their movements and their text messages for at least 30 days. And if they got a new computer or a new phone, I'm throwing them in jail tomorrow.
I heard that. No. Ooh, you speak
interesting.
my language now. Let's go. Let's get their ass in jail.
So I see where you're going now. So I see where your mind is at. I just think that needle was pointing there for a long time. I'm not saying this is still, a fact, but I would say that needle is pointing over there, and sometimes you just got to go where it's at.
Mm-hmm. I want to go right back. I want to go right back to A&T's router.
Mm-hmm.
All communications, phones, pings, where you been. I want all flock cameras for the last 30 days to track, just like you said, the other people went to jail. I want you to track their movements for the last 30 days. And if I don't see anything, let's go back another 30 days. Let's go back another. I want to track their exact movements with them flock cameras.
Anything else?
Somebody going to jail if they got a new computer or a new phone.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm not going to say I'm not surprised, but this information is awesome, man. The questions that you asked were very, very, very important. And good job.
Absolutely.
And that was pretty. That was pretty in UK because I had to study them first for an hour to see how he reacted to female and male questions. Was he uncomfortable?
You always have to study that. The perception.
So that's why I didn't come.
come.
So I stood there for about an hour, watched his reaction to certain questions.
Yep.
Was he going to reveal what's he going to reveal? Then I just came up I could have came up as as just a regular picture like this, but I knew he was a veteran and I want him to feel safe. And I'm like, so it was the whole thing. It was the whole thing. Yeah.
That was good, man. I like that.
Listen here. I was feeding Army Vet all the questions via text. So don't let him play you like that.
Yep. It was Chris and his ghost. They was hooking me up.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't be trying to come in here and try to bullshit when I'm feeding you every damn thing.
Change your name. Let's BS with Chris.
Tabitha says there are no flock cameras. Nope. Flock cameras.
Nope.
I've heard
they're changing.
And I've heard
because of Georgia, they're changing the CEO. They're remaking everything.
Marion says, that's my question. Did they cancel her mail or is it going somewhere else? house.
It's probably going forwarded. I'm sure.
I would think it'd be forwarded to them.
Yeah, Tesla guy's picking that up at another post office in another town.
But even he said, he said, I do not think, this is his words. You'll take it from here. He said, there's no way he went to Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. There's no way he went to Fort Huachuca. Oh, he definitely went to the border. He said this is cartel related. They know it and he know it. This is what he said.
That is what he said.
He said he know for a fact.
That's exactly what he said.
Yep.
This is the guy.
He is cool, calm, and collective as he can be. He's an open book. He'll sit there and talk as long as you want to talk. And I think he can practically see A&T's house from his house, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he's on the back side. He's on the street behind them, or in either way, but he can see their house.
Yeah, and he's having some work done back there. I know he has. What's he got going on, Yvette, back there?
I think he's trying to build the same thing, Nancy. He's trying to build a house.
Yeah,
that's why I started with that question about the
digging.
Digging in
there.
There you go.
And letting the
he
people
just had the whole inside done over, the whole house.
Yeah.
That Barney is asking, how do we know that Nancy was on a free trial for her cameras?
From what we're getting in intelligence, you cannot pull data files unless it's a free membership, not a whatever that thing the FBI said she was on. What she said? Nothing. Because we're going under the assumption she had a security. We're going under the assumption she had the same hookup with the solar camera, the solar lights.
The back.
There you go. So the back would have picked up something.
Even if they shut the outside power off, she's got a solar panel on the roof. She don't have 400 and however many, 70 something. But she has some.
We're discounting the whole front camp. We're discounting the whole front of the house. We are concentrating directly on the back of the house that is hooked up to solar panels, because we know the same person that hooked up the doorbell is not allowed to hook up the solar panels to the other Ring cameras. So we on a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's odd that an alarm didn't go off when a door was breached, though.
Good listening, Miss Bond. I can't tell you that, but good stuff.
Right.
Good stuff. Good question.
I
got a team. No, I got a team. No, I got a team just like y'all. I have a team just like y'all.
Right.
That'll check me or check us if somebody say, well, this could have happened or this is in a camera. You need an intelligence team to check you to make sure you know what you're talking about.
Right.
So we have intelligence. Like,
that's why you have me.
Yeah, so you call Chris anytime. He'd be like, Army vet, go left. You're going right. Go left.
The other day, I had to get him out of he was in an outhouse. He couldn't find his way out.
like this is holdback evidence that our team have, but we don't know how to present it or prove it. Maybe y'all can help. Retina scanners in the military. We don't have them for 10 years. We can use a retina scanner to get that picture off of the picture from the porch guy, and we can use facial recognition software.
Yeah.
If we can do it, they can do it. There you go. That's how we break data.
That was the first. I mean, that was one of the things that I've always talked about. We know that the FBI has those capabilities. We know that. We know that they could use to get that facial recognition and or the using the eye to get that retina of who that person is. And so why that hasn't, if it hasn't been done, why? And it probably has been. I don't know.
You would think so.
But I know we have those capabilities.
We do,
without a doubt. I mean, that's.
I mean, because this is the first time we were revealing. I mean, if y'all would have knew this at the beginning, everybody would have studied retina scanning.
Right.
This is the first time you ever heard of this word. I know, but we done use that with facial recognition software. Why? Because every military base has it when you walk through the base. You know what I'm saying? This is normal. That's why it's not weird. That's why Didi say this is normal for us because this is my reality. So it's
absolutely. I mean, that's yeah. I think there's more to it, but I think that's that's crucial information, no doubt. She's had this. It's on her live, right? PLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch that. I want to see that. I literally want to see that.
Break down. Don't listen to what the questions. Listen to his answers and responses. Okay. I do not ask a question for you to give me a one-word answer.
Right.
Y'all don't want that from a person. Y'all want him to be comfortable, to give y'all a conversation. I will never ask you a one-word answer. I can easily have asked him, was your internet on? Yes.
Right.
Then everybody, well, you leading him, you know what to do. Was Nancy's internet on that night? Was the neighbors? I don't know. But mine was. I didn't lead him.
No.
He told us the information. There you go.
Yeah, because he's not, remember, he's not Nancy's.
Yeah.
He's Annie.
Yep.
Annie and Tommaso's, yeah.
But I got a question for you. I've seen that guy multiple times
Me too.
on JLR.
Oh, have you?
I have.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Why did JLR not ask him any of those questions? I didn't even know he was military.
Well, that's because,
why all of a sudden is he talking this?
Because I'm the only one that's doing this. And I told you when Didi, me, Doug, and you got together and this military part, police part is what nobody's listening to. That's why me and Didi had that conversation at one time.
He's in direct contact with JLR too, like phone-to-phone conversation.
And honestly, I don't think.
And that's what I'm saying.
JLR didn't ask the questions because I don't think that's in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's not.
JLR?
Right.
Absolutely. That's not in his wheelhouse.
Comfortable. He's keeping him around, making him comfortable because that's his tip. If anything goes down at that house, I'm going to pick up that phone.
But you know what I mean, as far as
they're here. They're here. Come on now.
The nuances, that's not in his. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he knows obviously how to play the game, but as far as understanding those little nuances,
right?
That's not something.
Right. You're right.
And I had training. Remember, I have training too.
Yes, absolutely.
He has training. This guy don't have training.
Didi, yeah. So I know how to. Not like y'all. This is not manipulation. This is relaxation.
Absolutely.
Right.
Just gotta get comfortable. You got to get
relaxation.
That's
hey, there go UK. UK, get the link. Their interview, him and Pretty put him in a relaxed mode.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's a link.
It was a fire. I don't know how they did it or what, but
I've always noticed that he's kind of been relaxed and he don't
chill,
hold anything back. He's very chill, man. If you ask him a question, he do the best he can to answer it honestly, and he don't go way off the beaten path.
Come on in, Rhythm and Clues.
And understand, this is my wheelhouse. That's my wheel. So I remember I didn't steer anywhere that I didn't understand, and I will not ask a question that I don't know. Right. I knew a lot of what he was saying. I just, even if I knew what he was going to say, I said the opposite. So the FBI didn't take your film. Yes, the FBI did. You know what I'm saying? It was. I mean, because he's willing to give it, but I understood what Didi just said, JLR, and how he will be perceived and looked at. Now I got to make this like this is coming from him. He's a genuine dude. He's a nice guy. Yeah. Exactly, Tap. That I made him feel human, and it was exactly.
Absolutely, yeah. And he is just a normal guy. I think they take care of his mother-in-law, if I'm not mistaken, so he can kind of relate to what's going on there. And he's got a lot of comparisons, and he lives there, and so it's fine. He hasn't seen them, right? Didn't that question get asked to Army vet? That has he seen them in a month or two? And he said no.
3 months.
3 months now.
But his reflection on the sheriff, to me, is a semblance of the neighborhood. Even they think he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
He's an easy rat. Obviously, he's going to say that.
But I've heard. And people say, well, Nano's this and Nano's that. I'm like, you do realize who we're talking about here, right? It's the same guy.
That was a really good interview. It was a really good one.
Oh, I
I like
bet.
it. I enjoy
But
it.
but Didi is right. I'm not doing anything different, y'all. This is me. If
Right.
I'd go the cyber route, that's all I know. And and this is anybody. Like I told Doug. Doug said he's a cold case. Dig into what you're good at and attack the case instead of
Absolutely.
I just dig into what I'm good at and knock it out.
Shit, I'm digging into a box of M&Ms right now. I'm good at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dee
Dee, just smile. I've had enough of the straight, mean-looking face today.
Yeah, give it a laugh. Dee Dee,
Give it a
just
laugh.
give it a little laugh.
I've been laughing.
I know.
Mad at you, man. You didn't show up at 9 this morning. You left early yesterday. I mean, what the hell? He's mad.
You know what I mean? I couldn't come on this morning because he sent me a text that said I was suspended for the morning show, so I didn't even come on.
You're crazy.
I don't know. I didn't even do anything. You know what I mean?
That's the problem right there. You didn't do nothing.
I actually, believe it or not, I actually cried in the closet. I was so upset.
Oh, what'd you go to the closet for? Well, never mind.
It's my office. That's my
Question,
office.
guys. Question, guys.
Yeah.
Have they gave us a date stamp on when all of this was? When they install all this stuff at Nancy's house, have they gave us a date? Like how long she has had?
I don't remember getting
The original stuff?
Like her the Nest Cam, Ring
Solar
Cam,
cameras.
motion, yeah, and
Who knows?
solar light.
No.
No, I never heard not one time that they gave that information out.
We
Because
know it was after October though, because she was asking about them on her Facebook in October about
Oh,
what
right,
cameras
right.
to use.
But we don't
Yeah.
have the date, the exact
No,
date.
but we know it was after October.
That's what I was saying. After October and what? October to February. That's when she got it. See what I'm saying? It's just telling me dates. It's just pulling dates together for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, listen, guys, I need to jump down. I need to call my mother. She'll be
You
90.
want that inheritance, you better call her.
92 years old. I tried to call her earlier. I didn't get no answer. So I just got a text message from my brother saying, Mom wants you to call her. So that's what I'm going to do, guys.
Tell her happy birthday. Tell her happy
Did you say
birthday.
92?
God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. brother.
92,
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Oh, God bless her.
Yep. God bless her.
Oh,
Yeah,
tell her happy birthday and sing happy birthday to her for me.
she's a good Christian woman. Well, it'll be next month on the 23rd, and you can come on my panel, and I'll put her right here on the phone, and I'll let all y'all guys sing happy birthday to her if you want to.
Sounds good.
Be about a month. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you,
God bless
DC.
you, man.
Appreciate
You got it. You got it.
Easy.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
See you, Vet. Be good, brother.
Airborne.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I'm just waiting to go ahead and listen to that.
And it told me something. If you don't ask the questions, he's not going to give you the answer.
Absolutely. Well,
That's what.
that's it. But that's in his wheelhouse as an officer in the military.
Yep.
You know, I mean, yeah, it goes without saying. And I think that connection that you said with the military and military, that's to me, that's common sense. That's common sense. Military, as far as understanding the lingo and the communication with one another, it's no different than a combat vet talking to another combat versus a combat vet trying to talk to a civilian.
Yeah, I understood what he was saying.
Oh, absolutely, you would.
He based. I ain't gonna put words in his mouth, but when he says, "Well, you know, he ain't going towards you at Fort Huachuca," so then he said, "You know, we go over to Mexico, which true we do." He said, "You know, they carry their pistols exactly like that. The cartel,
Absolutely, they do.
Yes, they do. I know." And he was like, "Why people think that's crazy?" I was like, "Because they don't understand the area." Yeah, and I'm like,
it's all about sending the message, man. It's just to say, hey, you know, this is what you're dealing with, you know, and it's nothing to do with that guy may not even use it. He's just letting you know that they have it. That's it. And that's enough to get you to go, man, I got to play ball in whatever it is.
And even he said he went to Mexico and got mugged 3 times. He said he'll never go there. And he said also, you want to know what, Armvet? You know we don't talk to the Mexican government over there. I was like, yep, I know that too. He said, you know, if they would have snuck her over there, there's no way we would have communicated with the Mexican intelligence. I was like, I know that. So he get it.
Yeah.
He get it.
No, I agree. That's that. Yeah.
You see, watch it. Go back and watch it. Go back.
I'm going to watch it when we get done. I'm going to go in here and go in my room, chill out, put my headphones on, and I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah.
Chris.
Right, man.
I gotta bother somebody.
It was a good one.
Oh no, I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Why wouldn't Pima County do the investigation on the neighbors of the people you're accusing of? What? Doug, who did you say did an interview? Maricopa? Somebody else.
Maricopa County detectives, he said.
Wasn't even Pima. That's.
I know, right? It wasn't even Pima.
That's weird.
I just don't think they were ever looking at the family, Army. They're looking for the perpetrators, not the family.
Oh, you know, I understand. You know, I get it, Doug, but not even like Dee would say in police. You still got to dot your I's and cross your T's, dog. You still got to.
I get that. The answer is, the question is why? Why didn't you look at the family at all?
That's crazy.
I mean, the car hasn't even got back yet with all that information. Nothing really has gotten back yet, and he's clearing the family. And then he wants to play the violin to say, well, they were coming hard on the family, and the family didn't deserve it. That's not your role, man. That's not how the game is played. You know? I mean, it just, yeah.
I got to break down that video. Hey, Chris, Doug, y'all got me interested again. I'm going to go break this video down. I'm going to break this video.
Hey, we'll be on tomorrow. We'll have that conversation, man.
Yeah, he's now he just jumped off. Now he's gonna call me and be like, "Hey, listen, break that down for me, and then let me know what you find." You know, it's my life is horrible.
Oh, but at least he's keeping you busy, right?
You know what I'm saying?
At least he's keeping you busy, Chris.
Oh yeah, just what I was looking for on a lovely Saturday evening.
Hey, you're here with friends, man.
Yep. Oh, I love it. I like it.
You also get to see Nanos' resume and the internet logs that Justine's been talking about with the devices.
When you guys are saying Justine, what's her handle?
Pretty Little
Clues.
Thank you. I didn't know when you guys say that. I did not know that was her first name.
Pretty Little Clues is Justine, and Ash is Rhythm and Clues. He's in our chat.
Rhythm and Clues is Ash. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
Now I do. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, man. I think this actually, God, it's interesting because. But the one thing that stumps me is that when Vet said that he said it's down south, or in this case it would be it's in Mexico, right? Like this is cartel.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with, man. I really do. But the body language as far as the weapon and where it was at, that definitely is what they do. So it does make sense in that aspect. But I don't know, man. I just don't. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch it. That may be what we talk about tomorrow. I hear somebody's phone. It must be Army Vet calling Chris.
You know, are you done yet? No. You know, it's brutal. It is. It's brutal.
Isn't it also possible that the perps intentionally wore the gun like that to make people think it could have been cartel?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean it necessarily was. It could have been.
True.
It could have been a distraction.
True,
a red
true.
herring.
But yeah, true. But that would be given too much too much. That would be to me given too much. What word am I looking for? Given too much.
What the fudge?
Giving them too much credit that they knew what the hell. I mean, I just don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't. I mean, it could be. You know, I'm assuming none of us know. It could be. That's well said. But I don't know, man.
I don't either.
Unless he just watched a Mexican war movie and saw that and said that's what they were. No,
Maybe.
oh no.
It's
I
possible.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, Nanos. Oh no. You don't know.
You
Well,
okay?
we don't know what we know what we know, but we don't know what you know, so we need to know what you know so we can know what we know.
Exactly.
That is a fact.
Sorry, I just got confused.
I don't know what I know. So
No,
Me
I think it's you guys know a lot more than most, a lot more than me.
Yeah, right.
I'm being serious.
Are you kidding me, kid? You forgot more than I'll ever know. And even though I have to call him every morning and remind him his name, it's brutal. It's tough.
I tell you what, we got a good team here, guys. Us three, I'm telling you, we got a damn good team.
damn good team.
No doubt about it. No
You're
doubt
fired.
about it. You can't
You're
make that
fired.
decision.
How can I fire the boss?
Killing me.
Whatever.
Oh Lord have mercy. You know, I am going to here shortly. I'm going to Chicago. I may do a live in Chicago. I gotta go up there.
Careful.
Yeah, I know. But and that's the only thing is I'm thinking about like, do I really want to go ahead and walk an area that I am not literally familiar with?
No,
You know, I don't like that idea.
neither do I.
But I am going up there on the 26th.
We don't want you to get injured,
Well, no.
The train in the sky is pretty cool.
What's that?
The train that runs in the air, like they have it's a railroad that's like way up in the air that
Oh, got you.
runs around the city.
What do they call those cars up in New York?
Is it a
The ones that go on the top? Or what do they
Subway?
call? Subways are on the bottom. What's
Is
the
it a
one?
monorail?
Top?
A monorail, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's a monorail.
It's called a train.
No, it's not a train.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know what it's called though.
What do they call it in New York?
They're hanged by. I guess do they even have them there, or am I thinking more like?
Yeah,
San
no, they're
Francisco?
just on tracks that are on the bridge. We used to
There
have
you
them here
go.
in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool though.
Yeah.
It is. They're gone though. Here, they got rid of it all.
Yep.
They got rid of them up there in your guys'
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Have mercy.
I tell you what, man. These are. I just wish some cases would just start cracking so we can have, a lot more to elaborate on. And I'll be honest, I really don't like. I don't like covering the Nolan Wells case. I don't.
I'm starting to
hate it.
not either.
I'm serious, bro. I just
Or the
don't.
Nancy case. Both just
I mean, I don't mind the Nancy case because everybody's on board. It doesn't matter, but I just do not like. It's not because I don't think he deserves it. Don't misunderstand me, everybody. It's not because I don't think he deserves it. Everyone deserves, to be at least heard, especially when you're on the live. But it's just the idea of so many conflicting things that it seems like it brings the ugliness out of everybody, including myself. And I hate that. I do not like that.
Chill, they don't even call them trains in New York. It's the L line, the D line, the A
Okay,
line.
yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
I'm looking right now. I was like, what the hell do they call? But it's all L line, A line, C line, C2.
Well, you know what I'm saying, Tusi. No, be careful, DD. No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about going to Chicago? Yeah. No, I think I want to do it. and I'm going to be over there by the not the Cubs side. I think it's not. It is by the
You're on the
Cubs
bad
area.
side.
I'm going to be in that area, so it's going to be where that right where the water's at. You know that I think it is the White Sox maybe. No, it's the Cubs. It's going to be one of them. It's whoever's by the water right there. So I'm going to be there. I think only like about a 6-hour drive, maybe 5-hour drive. So, but yeah, I'm hesitant about going and driving around. I'm hesitant about. I definitely don't want to really walk around, but driving and trying to do it live is kind of difficult, especially there in Chicago. You know.
I don't think so. Well, hey. All right, Joe. I got a
All
bomb.
right.
I
You're
got some
good,
shit
man.
to do.
All right. Have a good one, my
The
friend.
internet again. Poor Doug.
That's crazy. Here he comes back in. There you go.
Jeepers.
There goes the internet.
There it goes. Bye-bye.
That would be good, Barney. That would be good.
Create a world 3D cast and scene.
Right, Marnie? That's like the 5th time today.
Well said, Tabitha. Well said.
It happens. But what are you going to do? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. We'll see you in the morning.
Peace, Chris. Take care,
Peace.
my brother. Simplify.
Have a good night, chat.
Got it.
Later, Doug.
Shane, you're probably going to want to head out, dog. So
Later,
chat. Later, DD. Another great conversation as always. So
got it, my friend.
Till
Thank you
tomorrow.
for being here. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely be here tomorrow, no doubt.
Yes, sir. Semper Fi.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody, for just making this a great chat like you always do. I appreciate every one of you, and just ask that join me tomorrow. We'll be here, and we'll probably talk about what was discussed here with Army Vet, Chris, Doug, and I. So definitely be here tomorrow 9. And with that, God bless you all. Love you all. It's all common sense, everybody. Simplify. Class dismiss.